All right. Let's do this, chat. Let's do this. Here I am. What is going on? Beautiful people. Welcome back. It's your boy Blue, and yes, we're back on the train. All aboard and welcome aboard. It's good to see you guys. How you guys doing? Who we got in the chat today? Let me see those train emojis in the chat. If you're listening live, if you're hanging out with your boy, if you're ready to go for a ride in the BNSF SD40ACE. We got Owls in the house. What up, my friend? Good to see you. David, welcome back, man. Good to see you. A pleasure. Raydism, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. X-Commutation, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. XX311 Music, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Southern 49, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Kevin Leah is in the house. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Santa Fe Productions is in the house as always. And Captain Lee, my boy. What's up, bro? Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, we'll talk about that later, Captain Lee. I'll check in my DMs and whatnot, and we'll continue that conversation. Cooper Tiger's in the house, though. Welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. EJ Wizard, bruh. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. Hope you guys have an amazing, what is it, Monday for some of us, and for some of us, it's actually Tuesday already. So you made it. You survived Monday. We survived. It's been a long day. I'll be honest with you guys. It's been a long day. So my title says Barstow 2 question mark, because I don't know how far we're gonna make it today. We're gonna go as far as we can. This train we're driving today is the BNSF in the orange. Yes, sir. 8523. We're actually in the yard, in Barstow yard right now. And this train is a brand new train just built by the Barstow yard crew. And actually, sorry, I take that back. I'm lying. It was not just built. It's actually, this train was built like 3 days ago and nobody's driven it. So I'm driving it today. We are on the Depot Plus multiplayer server. As you guys know, if you don't know the way it works on the Depot server, multiplayer server is a big, persistent multiplayer server where you have multiple players running different trains, dropping off stuff at different locations, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so you got people who also work the yards, and I don't know who's working this yard today or this week, but they built these trains. The 3 trains you see ahead of us are all trains that are actually built, done with locomotives attached, and are ready to depart. So I don't know if I've done a stream where I picked up a train from the beginning of its journey. Usually I pick up a train in the middle or at the end of its journey like we did last time, but today we're picking it up from the very beginning of its journey. This train is actually going from Barstow, California to LA. Yeah, we're not gonna make it all the way to LA. That will be like a 6 to 8 hour drive. I'm not even kidding, real time. 6 to 8 hour drive, I think it's like 6 hours from here to LAJ yard. So we're not doing that tonight. My goal is to make it about an hour to 2 hours tonight, so we'll see where that leaves us. But anyways, we have some driving to do, plenty of talking to do. So let's go ahead and get the train prepped up and ready for departure. Captain DMV's in the house, so welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Skate stuff, welcome to the stream, man. Multiplayer train game, how does that work? We'll talk about that. Stick around, bro. Stick around. NM Racing, welcome to the stream, man. Just got an in-scale Broadway Limited big boy. Ooh, nice. That's really nice. Lamar, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. All right, so I have a little bit of a checklist that I do. I created like a little note checklist for myself to make sure I don't forget things before I depart, because it is a multiplayer server, and if I screw up something, it screws it up for the entire server and not just me, and it's not my server. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are pretty strict. They don't want people ruining the server, crashing the server, and so on. So anyways, let's get to it. We'll bring the music down and we'll get to work, guys. We're clocked in already. We're already on the clock. Service is ours. Let's see. So right now it's about 7 people on the server right now as we speak, and not sure what they're all doing, but they're out here doing whatever things. They're doing train things, pushing trains, pulling trains, and everything in between. So our service is, trying to find it here on the mappy map. Oh yeah, I think we're in a yard. Yeah, we are in a yard. So we are H-Barlac 106A, BNSF 8523. That is our full identifier. Barstow to LA, built on the 6. Loco number 8523, as you can see right there. Let's get into walk around mode here. We got 4 locomotives on the front. How long are we? It's saying that we're 6,529 feet in length. We weigh 11,500 pounds. Our horsepower per ton is 2.3. We have 98 total cars, freight cars, 87 loaded, 11 empty. TOB. I don't know what that means. Our max speed based on our load is 55. That won't be a problem, I hope. And we have a few things we need to do. We got to set out LMC cars at La Mirada yard. I don't know if we'll make it that far. And we got to check for pickups at that same yard. We cannot exceed 12,000 feet. So if we make it to our first stop, again, how far is that? I don't know if we're gonna make it that. I don't know where that is. We'll look into. We got plenty of time to worry about where we're going, but we'll see. We'll look more into that later. And other than that, let's just get going. Let's get the train out of the yard, and then again, as we're driving, as we're moving, we'll find out where we're stopping, where our next stop is, and what we're picking up, and all that stuff like that. All right, sounds good. Let's just get going. I don't want to delay our departure anymore. So as I said, I have a checklist. Usually I check the depot plus bulletins first, which I've already checked. There's a couple. There's one for UP Yermo and a guide link. So nothing that really applies to us. We've already applied our job at the OC. We know what our job is. I reviewed my work order, train reports. That is something I got to look at, because we're actually going over the Cajon Pass. For those who play Train Sim World, you know the Cajon Pass. Yes, sir. We'll be going over the Cajon Pass. That's for sure happening in this stream, is going over the Cajon Pass. So hopefully we're good. But what's important to find out is, if you guys don't know, the Cajon Pass is a very steep mountain. Basically, we got to go up and down. So I want to check that we have enough horsepower to get up and down that path. Where is it at? So on the depot website, there's a place you can look to see what the minimum horsepower per ton is in order for you to safely climb and descend through various subdivisions of the world. And so we'll be expecting to get through the Cajon Pass. On the BNSF side, it says the maximum train length through the Cajon Pass is 12,000 feet, so we're at 6,000, so we're good there. And the minimum horsepower per ton is 2.0. All right, so our horsepower per ton is, I think, 2.3, right? Is that what I said? Let me go check. These are things that, I mean, if you guys are new to the depot, this is stuff that you don't normally have to think about in other train games, but in this train game is important, because if you don't have enough horsepower per ton, you're not gonna make it over the hill. So we're at 2.3. Okay, cool. I want to make sure that La Mirada is not before the Cajon Pass. I'm pretty sure it's not. Let me find out where it is again. Sorry guys, I don't have this on the screen for you guys, but is that on this map? So we're here. I know this map is probably confusing to most people who were looking, but basically this little orange text, that's us, H Barlek 106A, and we're on the North Departure Yard track 2. We're gonna be departing from this yard, going through this dotted line, where we're gonna exit through here, and then hop onto main 2. We'll see what dispatch does. They'll probably transfer us to main 1 to continue down this line to the Cajon Pass. So we'll click on that, and that'll pop us up at the very bottom of the map here, where it says Barstow Yermo. We'll be here at CP Hodge, and then through CP Hodge, we go to Oro Grande, Victorville, CP Frost. We'll cross through to Lugo, Martinez, and this is actually all, see, Victorville. Let's see, the big climb is, yeah, here it is, Cajon. Silverwood, then Cajon. Kinbrook, Vermont baseline, and then San Bernardino. And then after San Bernardino, we got West Colton and all that other stuff. So I don't think La Mirada is before that. I think it's after, isn't it? All this up top is, see, San Bernardino. I just want to make sure that we're, oh, here it is. Okay, so, okay, it's way after. So it's actually in the San Bernardino sub where our pickup location is. So we probably won't even make it that far today. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. So we're good. I wanted to make sure we weren't going to pick up cars before getting to the Cajon Pass. That was going to change our horsepower per ton. All right, cool. So that's good. It's important to kind of get an idea, a picture of what's going on, where we're going, what we're doing. So let's go back to Barstow Yermo, where we're at. Beautiful. All right, next up, we've already recruited the train. I've saved the train. One thing is really important to do in the depot on multiplayer is, in case something bad happens, like if we derail or my computer crashes or we have a runaway train or something, that I have my train saved. So if something bad happens, I can always respawn the train back in and not break the server for everybody else, right? So I've saved the train already. I have my PDFs ready to go. I have my route PDFs, which is like my charts if you guys are into aviation. I am monitoring TeamSpeak. I have TeamSpeak open. And next we got to set up the train. So let's go set the train up. I don't think it's even on, actually. It probably isn't. It shouldn't be. Uh-oh. Why are you doing that? Let's see. What's up, American Airlines 737? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, everything is off right now. Gotta turn her on. Alright, so simple enough. We'll click on it. We'll hit auto start all locomotives. This is the most unrealistic part of the whole game, and it does bother me to hit a button to start all the engines. But I think you can start it manually too, but I don't know how. Most people just start it this way, unfortunately. Alright, so all the engines, we have 4 in the front. Do we have any in the back? We haven't checked the back of the train yet. We'll probably have to walk the train before we leave. Again, this is a very first departure. This train is leaving from its originating location, so usually I wouldn't really go through all of this, but I think it's good practice to just make sure the train's ready to go before we leave. We don't want to have any surprises, right? Do not want to have any surprises. Takes a little bit of extra time. Control E, yes, Owls. We definitely control E just now. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Because the train was completely off. It was cold and dark. I would love to go through the whole cold and dark setup, man. Like, I would, you know me, guys. You know me. How's it going, Symphony? Thanks for stopping by, bro. Good to see you, man. You streaming tonight? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by, for real. Thank you. All right, so engines are up. Next, we'll do auto MU. That's auto multiple unit, auto distributed power, auto circuit breakers, auto EOT, and I'm actually gonna do the brakes myself. That's the one thing I'm gonna do myself, is the brakes. All right, let's go check. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the back of the train real quick. Is it this button? Yeah, this is. Oh wow. Okay, wow. We have a lot of. Man, we have 6 freaking locomotives, and we're still only horsepower per ton 2.3. That's crazy. We must be heavy. We have 2 in the back, 4 in the front. Got an ES44 DC in the back. And then we got SC70. We got the old Santa Fe livery on there. Yes, sir. We got a lot of box cars. It's a mixed manifest train, guys. So it's a lot of random goods and whatnot. All right, very good there. Let's go into the inside and get the brakes set up for departures. Right now, we got like no pressure in the main reservoir. So what I'm gonna do is our throttle is off. Our reverser is neutral. My brakes are over here. That red lever is the automatic brake, and that black lever there is our independent brake. I'm actually gonna put my independent brake in max there, and I'm going to let's release. Let's go ahead and release. There we go. I'll go ahead and release that brake right there. You'll see our brake pipe going up. This takes a little bit of time, especially depending how long the train is. Now, what's going to be misleading is that the so right here it says that's the rear. That's the air pressure in the rear of the train, the 45. And in the front of the train, I think is it 90? What's this? Where's this one? I'm having a brain fart right now. But either way, the airflow in the front and the back are gonna match a lot because we have locomotives in the back, and so it's reading what the locomotive's doing. But what's really happening is in the middle of the train, it's still airing out. So we gotta give it time. Gotta give it time. So yeah, it's still pumping up there. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that to kind of do its thing, we'll walk the train real quick. Not the whole thing. We'll walk through a little bit. Let's go outside. Oops. Are we in the front or the back? Right in the back. Okay, cool. So, like I said, we got 4 in the front. We'll do a bit of faster here. Is it good? Yeah. Got some box cars. BNS was a very busy company. Stands for Better Not Start a Family. BNSF stands for Better Not Start a Family. Oh my god, that is gold. Oh wow, I had never heard that one. So whenever you're walking the train, the main thing you want to check for is make sure you don't have any leaking hoses. Make sure that the couplers are all good. In our case, everything should be good. Usually the guys who build trains out here do a really good job of getting these trains set up for us, but to make sure we don't have any dragging equipment. Thank you, Sean.
At Sean Madison Q1D donated $11.14 through Super Chat. What's up, Blue Game? Thank you so much for live stream run 8. Are you doing okay tonight?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for that donation, that Super Chat donation. Sean, I really appreciate that. I hope you're having a great night. Yeah, man, we're on run 8 tonight. We're gonna have a good time, bro. We're gonna have a good time. But yeah, we'll make sure you go through here to make sure that all these are good. All the couplings are good. The hoses are all attached, and you don't hear any air hissing anywhere. So I'm just gonna do a really quick run through the train here. But you can see we got some refrigerated box cars as well as the normal box cars, also known as reefer cars. What's up, KB1285? Welcome to the stream. Got a grain car there. Not sure what's in it. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Like I said, it's been a long day. I'm ready to just hang out and chill, man. I really am. Got a few grain cars here. Not sure. It's not all grain. It's other stuff. Here's an open hopper with like some coils on it. That's pretty cool. Some pipes and whatnot. Nice. These cars right here. This one. This is basically a placeholder box car. So that just means that I don't own one of the required DLC to show me that particular car. And it's crazy because I own like almost all of them, and the fact that I have 1 or 2 missing is crazy to me. But all right, I'm gonna continue to the back. Hopefully by the time we're done with this, our brakes will be charged up. We can get out of here. What's up, Ghost Phantom? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. Are these empty? Yeah, these are empty. Like I said, we have a few empties on the train, but mostly we have loaded cars. Remember your name was Christ Heli Spook? No, I didn't know that. Thanks for updating me though on your new name. All right, there we go. Yes, we got 4 in the front, 2 in the back. Not a big deal. Make sure our rear lights work. Back to the front here. Yep, it's still charging up at 72 now. Oh, that's the wiper button I just pressed. Okay. Let's see if my, while we're here, let's see if my other camera works. I'm using the TCX controller today, and I haven't even tested it. Okay, there we go. Nice. Sweet. Alright, cool, cool, cool. We'll check it out later. Alright, we're almost ready for departure, guys. We're just waiting for our brakes to charge up, and then we'll go. Very important in today's drive that our brakes are charged up, because like I said, we're going to be going down the very intimidating Cajon Pass. The beginning of our drive will be pretty easy, mostly uphill, and then eventually we'll get to the point where we get to the peak, and then we'll be on the dynamic brake, trying to keep this thing from running away from us downhill. Now, it's been a long time. I'll be honest. It's been a while since I've driven the Cajon Pass in Run 8. It's been a while. All right, so our gauge lights, we don't need those, but you know, why not turn them on? Gen field's on, fuel pump's on. Cab lights, don't need those. There's our lights. Let's check our lights. Is that the light button? That's backwards, but there you go. Headlights in the bright. Let's get our dispatch tone ready to go, and basically we'll have everything ready before it is time to depart here. So dispatch tone in Barstow, we'll check here. It's channel 13, 332 13. Let's go channel 32. Is this? I always forget how to do this. Here we go, 32, and then we can star 13 when we're ready to go, which we're not yet. We're still pumping it up. Yeah, the rear looks good, 89. We're still in the red. All right. Uh-oh, somebody has a split track. I hope it's not me. I haven't moved yet. I haven't moved yet. I hope it's not me. Like I said, when we get out of here, I'll show you guys as well how we're gonna get. So we're gonna be departing out. This is our north departure here in the Barstow yard. So a real quick look at the Barstow yard for those who are unfamiliar with Run 8. So over here is the hump yard. So trains will come, actually, so when trains come into this yard, they come into this yard right here. This is the receiving yard, this big old long track. This is the maintenance shed over there. Might be storage and fuel. And they actually, the server does simulate all that. So when a train comes in, they'll take the train off of the, well, they'll take the locomotive off the train, and they'll send it over here to get refueled or get maintained. Anyways, this over here on the center screen is the receiving yard. And then once a train has gotten here, you'll have somebody who works the yard will actually start pushing these cars right here over what they call the hump. And the hump is this guy. As you can see, it goes up and then it goes down. And these two freight cars, which I don't apparently have the livery pack for, will be pushed over these little guys, and then it automatically separates each car and puts them into a designated track based on destination and whatnot. Matter of fact, actually, somebody is working it right now. Look at that. Yeah, there's a guy over here working it. So he's pulling some cars out of this yard. Man, why don't I have these liveries? What freaking train are you running? Actually, there's a couple things going on. We got a train just arriving too over there. This is live, by the way, guys. This is live. This is on the multiplayer servers. I don't know. Are these real? I know this is a real person. I'm not sure if that's a real person. Is this a real person over here? What's this AI? That's a real person. So he's running a local train, looks like, or something. I'm not sure what he's doing. Yeah, so he's gonna pull this train out, looks like, and most likely start building some trains over here in the what they call the departure yard. And once they finish putting the train together, they put a locomotive on the front or the back. If you're going towards like Arizona, you go that way. And if you're gonna go towards LA, like we're going, or going north, you go this way, right the way we're facing. So that is kind of the, I guess, the economics, or not really the economics, the logistics of this particular yard. Took me a while to understand that. Good evening, No Gear. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Ghost Phantom. I really appreciate that, man. What question do you have, David? We're just, oh, there's a guy. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. There's a guy walking around down there. I'm gonna go say hi before we leave. Before we hit the old dusty trail and be out there all by ourselves, have a little bit of human interaction. Delta fan says I miss playing Run 8. Being from LA, it was nice taking trains to LA. Yeah. Buying things for this game is my least favorite part. I 100% agree with you, man. I hate it too. I wish that, for one, I wish they would make it easier to buy things, and two, I hate the way they make you buy things. And I truly believe, as much as I praise this game and as much as I say great things about this game, I hate the way they charge for things in this game. I think most of their add-ons are not worth it. I think their map packs are worth it, but I don't feel like their livery packs are worth it because they're literally just freaking reskins mostly. Anyways, let's go see if our train's ready to go. Again, we have a drive. We got plenty to talk about on our way out of here. I don't want to hold you guys up anymore. We've already checked the train. Looks like the brakes are all good. Yep, main rest on 133. We are ready for departure. So let's just make sure that there's no dispatch or anything like that online. Sometimes we can't have dispatch online on a depot server. And I want to make sure that there's no one we need to talk to before we leave. Either dispatch or sometimes there's a yard master as well. If there's no yard master, then we don't have to talk to anybody. So we have Barstow utility. Do we have to talk to him? Is that Eden? Is he online? He is not. Alright, so we don't have to talk to him. Alright, good. So we're good. We don't have to talk to anybody. Get out of here. Alright, beautiful. Alright, so let's talk to E-ATX then, in that case. Alright, lights are bright. We'll put our reverser into forward. And finally, guys, we are ready to depart. Feeling confident. Feeling confident about this. Now, I think, do I have to route myself out of here first? I don't know. Let's see. Let's check in. So what was it? Tone 13. So we'll hit star 13. I think that's how it works. No? 2 digits necessary to change channel. I don't want to change the channel. If that gives us dispatch. I hope it does. There we go. Request departure from yard. Yes, please. Alright, requesting signal. Alright, we're 8723. Okie dokie, BNSF 8723. Get the bell off for me. Alright. Alright, proceed as signal indication. Looking forward. We have a red over green, which means we can proceed here. And this track should be, it's actually not lined up for us, but I don't think it needs to be. Do I need to line that one up? I do. Okay, we line ourselves out of the yard. All right, that's cool. And you can see here on our dispatch screen, you can see we're here in the yard. This blue sections we're going through will follow the dotted line. Dispatch has given us the yellow signal right here, which is basically like a clear signal. To go out of the yard, we'll cross over the main one, which, like I expected, and over that way. We have an AI train coming from LA. Will actually be passing us on our way out, so we'll check that out when we get there. All right, let's get going, guys. Reverser is forward. Brakes are, or the auto brake is released. We'll actually gonna switch you guys over to the other camera. Someday, there it is. We'll get the yep, we'll get 1 notch of power there. Hit the horn twice. Let everybody in the area know we're about to ready to go, and we'll slowly pull back on the independent brake here. And BNSF 8523 is rolling out of no departure 2. We should start rolling here. A little more notch here, might be a little heavy. Might be a little heavy. Let's see, there it is. Now we should be rolling. Yep, we're rolling. We're rolling, chat. We're rolling. Ooh, what does that button do? Alright, at tone means that the back of our train is also rolling. And we'll hit a distance counter when we get to the signal. In the meantime, let's watch her leave. Oh, no, don't want that. No, don't want that. I'm not sure why that's popping up. Oh yeah, we out of here. Alright, we don't want to go faster than 15 usually while you're in the yard. So, obviously we're not going to bust that. Retired firefighter, welcome back to the stream, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Someone made a console for train simulators. It cost them $1,000. Your friend told you about it. Actually, I did see that. Yeah, that's the ultimate way to play train simulator. All right, we do have the signal, so we're good over there. Restricting. What does horsepower per ton mean? I mean, it kind of says it in the it kind of says it in the title, but basically, each of our locomotives have a certain amount of horsepower that it gives out. I don't actually know how much it is. Chat, you might know way better than me. Like for example, an SD40. Actually, no, I think it was easier. It's the ES4400, I believe. Literally, it tells you that it has 4,400 horsepower. I think that's what it is. Again, you guys can correct me. I don't know the stats like that. Let's make our way over here as we enter into the main line, pulling out of the yard. It's always a really fun feeling knowing that, yo, like, I'm the first one taking this train from the yard, putting it on the main line. And yeah, I may not make it to the end of the route today, which we're definitely not going to, but I mean, we could, if no one else drives it, we could pick it up again tomorrow and continue it and actually make it to the destination. We'll see what happens. But it's just a really cool feeling knowing that, you know, you're taking a train from the yard that somebody else built and bringing it into service, basically. But yeah, I don't know how much horsepower they have, but basically just saying this is how much horsepower all of your locomotives have total, and there's some sort of formula they do to give you that final horsepower per ton number, because your whole train is a certain amount of tons total. Again, I don't know. I can't really explain it because I don't know the numbers or the formula to get to that number. You know, how about we ask ChatGPT? What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's get a let's actually, okay. How? No, I don't want to be logged in. I want to use the account. I'm just gonna talk. Stay logged out. All right. What does a horsepower per ton mean on the railroad? There we go. This will give you a better answer. AI will. We'll just ask AI. Oh, Minter, what's up, man? You're gonna be passing me around Victorville. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's cool. I'll definitely check your train out when you pass by. Alright, let's pay attention to the front side. Alright, we're now on main 1, and they should switch us to main 2 at some point up there. I don't see any other traffic coming, so we're all clear to go. Alright, while we're waiting, let's see what ChatGPT says. Man, they gave me one heck of a long answer. Gosh. On the railroad, horsepower per ton is a quick way to describe how much pulling and accelerating ability a train has relative to its weight. There you go. Think of it like power to weight ratio. That's very accurate. What it actually means is you take the total horsepower of locomotives, like what I said, and divide it by the total weight of the train, locomotives, cars, and cargo. So that's like the total weight in tons. And I guess somehow that equals the total locomotive horsepower, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Yeah, that should explain it. It gives us like a lot of extra information we already know. Alright, let's go to the front. Yep. Alright, so this must be main 1 on our left then, and now we're on main get the bell off here. Look at the distance counter on. There we go. So now it's gonna count until the end of our train passes this point. We are doing 7.8, so we can speed up. We can do 15. Like a unit train coming by. A bunch of cargo from I think that's the one that's the one coming from LA. Most likely coming from the shipyard. Yeah, but he's gonna have to stop for us. Notice how the AI will actually dim their lights for us as we pass them by. Really nice. Really nice. You're welcome, David. You're welcome. Too much power or not enough power could break a coupler. That's good info, Viper. Appreciate it, Luke. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Delta fan says, despite everything, I still like Run 8 over Train Sim. I get you. Yeah, I mean, I still play both. Obviously, we just did Train Sim World a few days ago. I thought about doing it today. I considered it, but I kind of want to do Run 8. Oh, look. Oh, we got action, chat. Hold on now. We got some real. Look at this. What's going on over here? We got another train going underneath. Looks like a light engine move. Not sure what they're doing with that train. Not sure what they're doing with that train. I'm assuming that is a player. Yeah, he's probably blocking it, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's long. The intermodal trains are really long in here. Oh, yep, there's a player down there doing some stuff. Probably doing some maintenance work. Is my bell on? I hear a bell. Oh, it's his bell. Yeah, because he's doing stuff. Our train should roll by here in a second. Yeah, here we come. Yeah, pretty busy in Barstow. I was surprised to see so much going on. Are we clear of the? Nope, we're still pulling out. Well, we're just under 7,000 feet long. I'm gonna look again. We are 6,500 feet long, 11,500 pounds total. Yep, you can see way in the background, that guy back there is still working the yard. So this is why I like multiplayer. This is what I talk about, man. This is what I talk about when I talk about multiplayer. Like, it's not always about sharing a train or doing multi-crew on a train, but it's like driving in an environment that feels alive. Like, these are not AI scripted moves that are happening right now. This is a real person doing real stuff. I don't even know what he's doing, but I don't care. Like, he's out there, you know, organizing freaking locomotives or putting them in maintenance. I don't know what he's doing, but it's cool. It's just cool to see stuff happening around me. And then, I mean, this intermodal train was an AI train, so we have a mix of players and AI. You can't just do players, because I don't think you're ever gonna have enough players to really make a railroad feel busy. You need to mix in the AI component to it as well. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's cool. Like, that's exactly why I'm able to overlook how bad the graphics are in this game. You know what I'm saying? Because of stuff like that. It's hard to explain. Like, you just have to experience it and understand why it's special. To see other multiplayer traffic. I've talked about SimRail before, and when you're running a passenger train, like the Pendolino, for example, and you run by, we can do 30 now, by the way, we can speed up, go back a couple notches. You'll be running the Pendolino at like freaking 200 kilometers an hour, and you see another player train roll by, and they honk the horn at you, and it's like that small little interaction. Like it reminds me of like Arc Raiders, or well, maybe not Arc Raiders, but you know, when a game where it's like you versus the environment, but every once in a while you see a player and you have that chance to interact, whether you want to be on the same team or you want to kill them, whatever. You know what I mean? It's a similar satisfaction to me. All right, so we are now almost actually clear of the switch. You see our distance counter is 6,300. We're 6,500 feet long. When it gets to 6,500, we can probably do line speed. It's actually saying now we can do line speed. We get past a clear signal there. There it is. The beep saying that we've now gotten past that. We'll go ahead and turn off the distance counter. We can now do 55. We'll pull the throttle back and let's get some speed. We are be going uphill for a lot of this first hour, I think, of driving we're gonna be doing as we go into the Cajon subdivision. All right, notch 5. Let's start cranking it up, guys. Let's get up there. I believe it's gonna be uphill, and I don't want to slouch on it. Our horsepower per ton, which actually shows right here as well, 2.4. We need a minimum of 2.0 to go through the Cajon Pass, so we got enough, but we're not gonna be. I'm not expecting it to be like a walk in the park. I think it's gonna be pretty challenging. I've gone over the Cajon Pass with like 3.0 before, which was really easy, but 2.4 is just above minimum, so we'll see. We will see. Yeah, love the business. Moving some power around. My manifest is bigger than the intermodal. Is it bigger? Are we bigger than them? We might be. I think we can see it here. No, he's longer than us. He's 7,400 and 2.5. So he's 7,400 feet long. We're only 6,500. So he's got 1,000 feet on us. All right, 29. All right, let's get this thing up to max here. Is that a signal for us? That signal's not for us, is it? No, I think we're good. Yeah, we do have traffic ahead, so it's not gonna be all smooth sailing. So we may get slowed down. That's for the other track, I think. I think that's for the other track. It did seem a little longer. We're going to Hobart in LA. Again, we're not going to make it that far. That's about 6 hours away. We're probably going to do about 2-ish hours of driving today. My goal is to get to San Bernardino and we'll find somewhere to park. But this train goes to the LAJ yard. Is that considered Hobart? That's the exact yard this train is going to, the LAJ. And we need to make a stop at La Mirada as well to do some pickups at La Mirada. That's after San Bernardino. All right, we are run 8, notch 8, full throttle. Grade is 0.6%. Sorry, is that, yeah, 0.6%? No, 60 technically. Well, 0.60. Is that 60 or 6? I don't know. All right, horn time. I don't think I customized this horn. I think this is the default horn. That sounds like the default horn. That's definitely the default horn. What train is this? I might have to change it, the horn. I don't know that I like this horn. I don't know that I like this horn. Hold on. Whoa. How did I do that? Whoa. I don't think I like that horn. How do I change horns again? Train? I think it's a button for it, isn't it? Audio, graphics, train. That's one thing we didn't check before we departed, which was on my list that I skipped, was make sure we didn't have any actual failures in the train already. But it's working, so I guess we're good. It's a I think it's a quick button to command to access it, isn't it? Control F3? Yep, there it is. Alright, now what train am I driving? I don't like... Oh, okay, there it is. Alright, yeah, this is the default horn. I don't like this horn. Let's see if we can change it to something else. I have a bunch of pre-installed horns that I installed a while back. So we're using the K5HL. I don't know what that means, but that's what we're using. I don't know what horn this uses in real life. I'm just gonna find something. Let's see, what is this? Oh, wrong button. Maybe you guys can help me choose. I like that one better, but it might not be the one. I kind of like that one. Ford one has to be loud. Let's try Ford. All right, Ford. Bro, the Ford one is literally a car. Is literally a car, bro. Okay, yeah, we're not doing that. Luke. So I like the K3HA1. That's the one I like so far, but obviously we can do better. Hold on, let's check our speed and all that. How do I? Okay, here we go. Right, we're at 55. Let's go ahead and kind of like let's bring the throttle back, kind of cruise here. The Nathan P5 horn. We could try that. I do like it. Like, I don't even want to keep looking. Like I want to stop there. Let's bring our power back. We're still climbing, but she's still picking up speed. Let's see if we can do notch 3 if that neutralizes us. All right, what was it? Control F3. Somebody mentioned the P5 horn. Let's see if I have that one. P5 Norfolk Western. I mean, it sounds like a real horn, but it's a little quiet. I like the loud, like, you know, push you back in your seat horns, man. I like the another P5 here. Nah, P5 too. The KLA5 is a good one for the ST70. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that. Let's do that. You see, I have a lot, and I don't remember which one I like. Oh, wait a minute. A flashing yellow. All right, we gotta start paying attention here. There we go. All right, and our bell, I don't know. Just pick a random one. I don't think I downloaded any bells. I don't think I downloaded any bells. Okay, so we got a flashing yellow, which means approach medium. Approach next signal at 40 or less and prepare to diverge at the next signal. Okay. Does that mean we have traffic ahead? We'll just try to be at 40 the next one, which is not going to be too hard to do. I don't see the next signal yet. We have oh, we get to use the horn. We get to use the horn. Here we go. Yeah, good choice. Yeah, buddy. All right, we're on the road again, chat. We are on the road again. They do sound aggressive, right? Like, it sounds scary. Like, I like the scary train horns, man. I do. I'm a member of a model train club. Our engines have sound. One of the members played a prank and put a auga horn in another member's locomotive. That's hilarious. Oh my god, that's so funny. I can imagine them hitting their horn, you know, and then all you hear is auga. Oh, thank you, Folder. All right, lights on. Wait, is it on? Let's see. Actually, yeah, it's on. It should be on now. It should be on now. I should do a drive-by here. There we go. Yep, lights are on. Yeah, buddy. I like it. I'm happy. I guess I don't drive the SD40 too much. Because I thought I kind of customized all my horns. It's a tight little corner. Alright, we are in the desert. Heading south out of Barstow, California. I do have a link in the description if you guys want to watch the train tracker. It is free for everybody to look at. And my symbol was H-Barlac 106A. I do see there's a few trains, a couple. We'll definitely see some traffic. We'll probably see, who is this driving this train? We'll see Kurt at some point around Victorville area. Man, it's been so long since I've driven out here. It really has. From my understanding, we do have a train ahead of us going the same direction as us. I'm not sure if they're faster or slower than us. They're probably about the same speed. We can only do 55 anyway, so I'm not expecting to pick them up. But we do have traffic ahead of us, so there's always a potential of, you know, getting a slowdown if we catch up to them. And then we have multiple trains coming at us, so we'll see a couple meetups along the way. So it'll be fun to see. Am I going to finish the drive tomorrow or next week? You know, I don't know. I don't actually have any plans beyond today's stream, to be honest. We got green. Let's go. All clear. You know, I need to pull up my my chart. Not my chart, my map as well, so I can keep track of where we are. That'd be a smart thing to do, because I have no idea where we are right now, to be honest. So we'll watch for the next milepost marker, and I'll find out exactly where we are. But yeah, I don't have any plans right now, to be honest. I don't know how far we're gonna go today. I was planning on looking into that as we roll, which we'll do here soon. I know that again we have one pickup on this job, right, which is La Mirada, which is really far from us now. I would say from right now, I mean I think it takes 2 hours to get to San Bernardino through the Cajon Pass, and La Mirada is after that, so like probably another hour behind that. So if we were to stay on, it would be like 3 hours of driving just to get to our first actual pickup point, which again I'm not really planning on doing tonight. We'll see. You never know. We might get like to the end of, we might get to San Bernardino and I feel real good and I want to keep going. I don't want to stop. You know what I mean? We might just, here's the thing about Run 8. I'm sorry for going down these rabbit holes. Here's the thing about Run 8 that I've noticed, and I've noticed this with myself, is once I get going, it's hard to stop. Like, I do want to see it through. Like, there's been times where I've gotten on Run 8 and I'm like, I'm only gonna do 2 hours. Matter of fact, I'm only gonna do 1 hour. And next thing you know, I've done 5 hours of driving. Like that one stream we did last year where we did a local job. It was, I think it was Union Pacific. I can't remember where we were, but we did a local job. And that stream ended up being like 4 or 5 hours because I didn't want to end the stream. I wanted to finish the freaking job. I was like, man, I got one more drop off. I want to finish it. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of get into that mood. And that's what I love about Run 8 and the operations in Run 8 is that it does make you want to keep going sometimes because there's something to be gained satisfaction-wise. You know, like you're not just flying from A to B. You're not just driving A to B. Sometimes there's more to it. Sometimes it's a pickup or you're doing a plant switching or something. You know what I mean? Or maybe your friend hops online and you're like, okay, I'll drive an hour with you. You know what I mean? You remember that, Sean? Yeah, bro. Yeah. So we'll see. My plan is just to do like 2 hours of driving. That's my plan tonight. But we'll see how we're feeling when we get to San Bernardino after the Cajon Pass. The Cajon Pass might take a lot out of me. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll roll with it, man. We'll see how long you guys want to stick around too. You know what I mean? We'll see how long we can stand each other. All right, we got good, all clear on that signal. I'm still trying to find out where we are. Oh, Hodge. All right, we're at CP Hodge. Why didn't that signal have a number on it? You can actually see the gradient change. I'm gonna go downhill for a second up there. We're we're only not 7. I can speed up. Let's get going. Also depends if you got to stop a lot for priority trains. Yes, yeah. That's true. That's true. I have to go work on the real thing in a little bit. Man, hey, be safe out there. Seriously, be safe out there, man. Yeah, 2-man locals are my favorite as well. I agree. I haven't done like a multiplayer run with somebody in a while. There's a few guys that I normally drive with from time to time, but I haven't done that in a minute. But it's always more fun with friends, right? It really is. I remember one night, man, I was up until late. Like if you look at my Run 8 stats on the Depot's website, you'll see like there's nights where I did like an hour, and you'll see like a day out of nowhere I did like 8 hours of driving in one day. Like those are the days I'm talking about, where like I showed up with the plan to do bare minimum, and next thing you know is I couldn't get off the game. Sean says I don't like driving from point A to B. I like taking cars to industries and switching. Yeah, like yeah. I'm a road train guy. I actually like doing road trains. For those who don't know, road trains are what we're doing right now. Is where you're going from A to B basically. you're driving long distances is what a road train is. But then you have, like he says, you have the local jobs where maybe you're based out of a yard, and you're just taking a few cars here or there to somewhere else and then bringing them back, whatnot. That's fun too. I love doing that as well. And believe it or not, you can spend just as much time doing that as you do out on the road like this. Oh crap, Mentor, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my god, thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot. I had to move the train to the road to road. There we go. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I was telling myself, don't forget to move don't forget to move it. Don't forget to move it. I completely forgot to move it. Yeah, we're good now. You should see me now on the road train section on the Depot website. We're good to go now. All right, we're chugging along. Milepost 151. Now I can see where I am. We passed CP Hodge, which if we look on the dispatch board is down here on the bottom, and it looks like we're gonna potentially have a red up ahead. That's concerning. I don't want to stop. Oh, traffic! Check that out. Another long intermodal train. So we'll turn our lights down, and you'll notice he'll also turn his lights down. There it is. Oh, I love the AI in this game. We're up front. Meetup time. I think I did my lights. I did. They might be off. But I definitely dimmed them though. What's up, Cass? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing, bro? You're gold now. Let's go. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. Zachary says his favorite train is CSX. I almost drove CSX today. The reason I hopped on the SoCal line is because it was busy. When I first took a look at the server, we had 10 people, not including me, on the server. I was like, you know what? I think I'll drive over there. I'll add to the traffic. The A line had like 2 people on it, which is fine, but yeah. All right, what's aboard? Not enough F-18s. Thank you, my friend, for being a member on the channel for 6 months now, Cass. That's amazing, bro. That's amazing. But I know you've been supporting for way longer than that. But I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Mentor says I'm climbing at Kenbrook at a whopping 18 miles per hour. What's your HPT? Shit, you're coming. You're at Kenbrook. Wait, you're not even on the mountain though. You're on the other side, ain't you? Yeah, he's San Diego to Barstow. He's coming out of San Diego by the Victorville plant now. We should be seeing Victorville pretty soon. Victorville's not too far out. I mean, we're max throttle right now, and we're only doing 44, which is crazy. Yeah, we're probably gonna be creeping down the hill. Here in Alabama, there's a lot of CSX. Yeah. You guys have Norfolk Southern in Alabama as well. You got 2.8, but the grade is 2.2. Sheesh. Oh, you're LA Memphis. Oh, you're in okay, you're LA Memphis. Okay. So is somebody else driving San Diego? You're in Kenwood? Oh, I see you. Wait, no, you're going the same direction as me, aren't you? Or is it reversed over there? LAC Memphis? Yeah, you're going the same direction as me. I'm going to meet Kurt at Victorville. That's what I'm meeting. You watch it on TV? Nice, Zach. That's the best way to watch, man, for sure. I don't understand anything I'm looking at. What do you... Where do we start, Cass? Where do we start? Let me break it down for you. Okay, let me break it down in a way you may understand. If you're a fighter jet pilot, these are your MFD screens, right? This is where you would usually do your boom boom, and you would use your targeting pod and whatnot. My speed is here, 48 miles per hour. That's all that matters to you right now. Don't worry about all this other stuff. It's 48 miles an hour. That's all that matters. We are 6,500 feet long, and we're 11,500 pounds, or tons, I guess. That's how heavy we are. That's all that matters, honestly. Everything else is not significant for anyone that's not actually driving the train. Simple as that. We're full throttle forward, going up a hill, just trying to make it. Oh, look at that. Look at the back of our train. Bro, we're snaking up the hill right now. It's like 6,000 pounds longer than me, yes. Or 1,000 feet longer than me, yet. All right, thank you. I keep forgetting my headlights. It's just not dark, so I'm not thinking about headlights. All right, we're at the 50. We're actually going downhill for a little bit. But we're going back up soon. Lucas, or Luke's Railroad Archive. Welcome to the stream, man. Able to catch up the stream. Hope your night is going well. Just got back from work. Nice, man. Hope you had a good day at work. Hope you had a good day, man. Just joining us, chat. If you're just joining us, we picked up this train from Barstow. It was a brand new train, ready to depart in the departure yard here on the Depot Plus multiplayer server. And this train's destination is LA. Again, we will not, or at least we do not have plans to drive all the way to LA tonight. That would normally take around 6 hours. I guess we'll bring our speed. I'm really weary of losing momentum. Like, I wish I could just keep the throttle in, but realistically we need to slow down because our speed limit is 55. We're doing 57, so we're speeding a little bit. But yeah, so I'm only planning on driving about 2 hours. This train's journey is about 5 to 6, depending on traffic. If you guys really want to, if this train is still available tomorrow, because again, it's a multiplayer server and anybody can pick up this train. If it's available tomorrow, maybe we'll pick it up wherever we left it off and we'll continue the journey some more. There's a siding right there. It's milepost 211. Where are we? What is this place? This is 211. Hellendale. Yeah, that was Hellendale. We just passed by now. Alright, going back uphill, so let's get ready on the throttle again. So, a few things we gotta watch out for, guys, is we don't want to break our train apart. And, it's definitely possible to do. I'm bringing my throttle in easily here. I don't want because I don't want to break it apart. I can't just throw the throttle around like we do in other train sims. Alright, we're good. So, alright, we're back in notch 8, max throttle again. We're still losing speed. That's why I was like I probably should have got on throttle earlier, because now we lost a lot of speed. Unfortunately, we're back on a 0.5% gradient, which is quite a lot for a train like this. And looks like we have another flashing yellow up ahead. Means we may have to slow down again. The worst case scenario for us would be stopping. Well, again, I mean, going this way is really not that hard. Like, it's not. Going up towards Victorville, it's a little steep, but it's not that bad. If we were coming the other direction, up to Cajon Pass, that's where it would be tricky as far as going up. Now, it's going to be pretty hard going down, too. And I've not had practice in a while, so we'll see how that goes. Hope I don't have to use air. Digital Merc, what's up, bro? Hope the drive is going well. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good too, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Good to see you, Merc. Always good to see you, Merc. What's your favorite train video? I like watching the freight train spotting videos. 221, milepost 221. I think that advanced approach. Remind myself here. Approach medium. All right, so BNSF. Who are we? 8723. Approach medium. Milepost 215. Yeah, I like watching the train spotting videos where it's like just freight trains just driving around like beautiful scenery. I also like watching the steam trains. All steam trains, not just American steam trains, but British steam trains, everything. So I also really like, I think my favorite though, honestly, is there's some German GoPro camera videos. If you haven't seen them, check them out. It's basically cab ride videos, like a GoPro cab ride video where they'll drive, you know, through the mountains, or sometimes it's just through the city. Like, it's really fun to watch. And at least the guy that I watch, he has like English subtitles on the screen explaining exactly what everything is and what's going on. Like, I love that. I love that so much. That's what I usually watch as far as real world train content. Mentor, yes, connecting the SoCal and Roseville sub would be great. Would love to see that. Let me catch up on chat here. I'm falling behind. Aussie's got a cool railroad network and a very good variety of locomotive power. Would love to see. I would love to see a game showcase the Australian railroad. I think it'd be cool. I feel like it's probably pretty similar to ours, because you guys do depend on like some heavy freight. I've seen some. I think some of the longest trains in the world are actually in Australia. You guys got some really big mines out there and stuff. I have seen the Norwegian front bumper ride-alongs. They were in the snow. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Was it Norway? Yeah, those are so good. Like, I think there's one channel where it's like, it's literally 24/7. All right, we're good. It's like 24/7 rail cam. no, not rail cam. It's 24/7 cab rides. It's all pre-recorded, and they just play it. But if I'm not doing anything, I like having it in the background. It's just like kind of background noise or whatever. And then there's also the actual live cameras that are posted up. I don't know if they have them outside of America, but there's like the live cams. I found one in my home city in Houston. There's a Houston live trackside camera at one of the the junctions, and I like watching that one because it had like the city background and everything. It's really cool. Cat says watching this actually has me interested. I'm telling you, bro, you never know. Open your mind to something, you might find a new interest. I think one reason that people are not, well, trains in general are just kind of mysterious. And that's one reason why I think I was interested in to begin with, is because I always saw them and they're these massive, amazing machines. And I'm like, where is it going? What's in the boxes? Alright, clear, signal 261, BNSF 8723. But yeah, it's, railways are this, in America at least, railways are this really intricate, crazy logistic project that's going on all around us, and we completely ignore them because we're so used to seeing trains driving by and railroad stops, and we get pissed when we get stuck in traffic because a train is going by. But there's so much going into that, and there's so much money being moved, so much product being moved, and it's just, you know, it's just really interesting to me, the whole way it's set up. And when I finally got into train sim and got into Run 8 specifically, I started learning more about how the railroad network works, not just the trains. And it's just, it's interesting. I like it. It would be cool if you can move a military logistics train from a different bases. Oh, that would be sick, Rob. That would be sick. I would love to do a military train. I've seen some videos of those. That would be really cool, man. They have one in Train Sim World. There's a freight pack that came out for one of the UK routes that has like tanks and military stuff on the train, but it's also UK, so I'm not as interested, you know. Yeah, I didn't grow up around a lot of trains. My childhood house was really nowhere near a train, and also out here where I live, we don't have passenger trains either. So I saw them rarely, but I did like train toys, and I love Thomas the Tank Engine, the show, in the books. So I got like a tiny dose of trains as I was little, but it wasn't until I got older and, you know, that I actually finally got to see a little bit more trains. All right, so we're actually approaching Victorville now. That's actually not Victorville right there. That's the other plant before Victorville. I think it's like a cement factory or something like that. Ooh, detector.
Milepost 28.2, main 1, ambient temperature 60 degrees.
Uh-oh. Are we still live? Are we still live? Just checking, because for some reason my YouTube screen went down. Confirm we're still live, chat, just to make sure we're still good. I'm still on the server, internet's still running. We're still live, beautiful, nice. I don't know, for some reason, like, my stream died on my screen, but I guess we're good. Let me see, what is that location? Yeah, I think this is like a cement factory or something we're coming up on. Oh, this is Oro Grande. Yeah, this is the Oro Grande cement place. Factory or whatever. Plant. It's called, oh, it's Riverside. This is a Riverside cement plant. So, oh, let me do that. Is my mouse dying now? And do we know that? Is that a person? I think it's a person. Is that a person? That's a person. Yep, that's a person. I believe that is a person. Yep, that's Kurt. What's up, Kurt? What's up, Kurt? What's his number? He's wow, what a number. I don't know. That's an interesting symbol you got there, sir. Santa Fe. So as we roll by, we'll make sure that we don't see any issues with his train. Freight 35 miles an hour. There's a speed limit reduction coming up in 2 miles. It looks like he's stopping. Yeah, he is stopping as a red. Why are they stopping him? There's like nothing in front of him. Nah, go 80. Alright, Kurt, good robot, my friend. I don't know how to say your your car number or your train number because it's confusing. It's like ATS F6. I guess you're 694. So 694, good robot. That's what I call you. Yes, this is the Oro Grande cement plant we're passing now. So, and there's a lot of local, I think it's a local job that runs out here. Yeah, there is. There's a local job you can run to pick up and drop off empty or loaded cement to this plant. But you could also do what they call a plant job, where you can drive the plant switcher, which is the dedicated train or dedicated locomotive that is, based here, and that they use to kind of organize all of the cement cars to help, get them loaded and stuff like that. So it's a pretty fun job to do. I've actually never done the plant switching job before, but I have done the local. All right, we passed Oro Grande and the Riverside Cement Plant. Next up is going to be Victorville. As I pull up my map here, we probably do need to slow down, unfortunately. I don't want to, but we need to. Like, now. I was hoping that it is actually getting steeper. I was hoping it would get steeper and it would force us to get down 35, but we're going to have to do it manually. There it is, 35 miles an hour. It's for freight trains and 45 for passenger. So we're going a bit fast now. So pull speed back. We'll let it coast back. I don't want to get too. I just don't want to lose too much momentum. That's my main thing I'm concerned about, is losing momentum on these steep grades out here. Yeah, Victorville is gonna be next, and they have another. It's called Cemex. I mean, isn't that cement as well? Yeah, it's also cement, I believe. Another cement plant out here. And a quarry as well will be coming up on here in just a little bit, called Victorville. Actually, the town is called Victorville, but they have a cement quarry and whatnot. It's also an Amtrak station here. So if you were on the server running Amtrak jobs, this is one place you would stop. All right, we're 36. Let's pull. Yep, cool little towns. They have all towns out here. You like the AGS South more than the other routes on Route 8? I do too. I actually kind of like the green. All this desert gets a bit repetitive for sure out here in SoCal. I usually tend to spend more time on the northern side of the map, like near Bakersfield, Fresno, the Tehachapi area, whatnot. But I kind of like going into LA because LA is it's legit more like it's industrial area you pass through, but there's also the like suburban area you pass through, which is cool because when you look at where we're at right now, it's just like freaking desert and like nothing, and then you get to like the LA area and surrounding areas, like, oh, it's just like freaking crossings everywhere. There's so many crossings, railroad crossings, and then you have, of course, you know, industries, stops, and it's just so busy out there. I love it. I love driving in the LA area, both Union Pacific and BNSF. But what's cool is that when you do a drive like this, you get to kind of experience those different environments. So right now it's obviously gonna be all desert for like pretty much the entire stream, unfortunately. But if we were to continue to LA, we would see that change. All right, here's the bridge right before Riverside. I know it well. I've driven through here a lot, not really in Run 8, but in Train Sim World. We have this exact same route in Train Sim World, except it doesn't end in San Bernardino like in Train Sim World. Is Train Sim World 5 actually worth downloading? I would say no. If you were to try to get into Train Sim World now, I would recommend getting Train Sim World 6. That is the latest version. But I would say do not pay full price for it. Make sure you get it on sale if you consider getting it all. Get it all. All right, wrap around the corner. Coming up on Riverside. Sorry, not Riverside. Victorville. And right after this little, okay, let me show you guys. This is cool. I love this spot. I used to love doing locals out here. It's a really cool local you can do. So it has like this freaking circle track here. Hey, look at this. This is a bunch of empties. It's all empty. Actually, no, they're actually loaded. So these are actually ready to head back to Barstow. I believe there's a local job that runs from Barstow to here, which is a nice short drive. It's like 30 minutes, maybe an hour to get here. And then you go here, you can go grab some of those coal cars or cement cars, put them on a train, and then drive them back to Barstow. Now, matter of fact, these might be ready to go. I'm not sure what these are doing here. And there's our train back there snaking around the corner. Oh, that looks sick. Oh, 5 is on Game Pass. Yeah, that is true. It is on Game Pass. What's up, D Motley? Welcome back to the stream, man. Yeah, I love this place. I've never seen another location that has. That's not true. I have seen one. I don't see many locations that have a track that goes in a full circle. It's like it reminds me of my childhood when I had the little tiny little, you know, Walmart model railroad. That's like a loop. You know what I mean? Like it looks like a little model railroad over here. This is actually a branch. I don't know how far this goes out. I'm not sure how much they modeled of this little branch, but this goes way out there too. And Run 8 has a lot of these little, like, branches, little branch lines. Some of them don't go anywhere, but many of them actually do go places. And you can drive them. And you will never see them on this map here, by the way. Like, what you see on this map is only the dispatch controlled areas. But there's a lot of other, they call them like dark sidings or short lines, things like that, little branch lines that are not on the dispatch board, but are in the game. And I remember when I first found that out, like when I was a new Run 8 player, we're past the plant now. Up ahead is going to be the actual city and town of Victorville and the Amtrak station coming up around the corner. But I remember when I first found out, I can't remember who told me, when I first found out that there was more track than what's actually on the map, I was like, wait, what? Why? I was pissed, actually. I was like, that's so stupid. I get it now, because it's like a whole dispatch board. It's not a map, it's a dispatch board. But yeah, I was like, what? Why would you freaking, you know, not put that track on the map? I still wish Run 8 had a built-in legit map. Like, it'd be cool if Run 8 had, you know, it has the dispatch board, right? That's cool. But it'd be nice if there was like another button I could press to see the actual full map. I wish we had that, but that's not a thing right now. Let's add some power in. Let's come up on Victorville. Who's wanted now? Have you seen this man? I'll keep a lookout for him. We'll keep a lookout for him. Alright, this is the tiny city of Victorville. And the Amtrak station, a small little Amtrak platforms on the right where those lights are. What's up, Cuddly? Welcome to the stream. Or Cuddy, welcome to the stream. Now we have third-party maps like on the depot side and things like that, which is what I'm using now. But all right, there's the tiny little Amtrak platform. We got a couple people waiting down there. But yeah, it'd be nice if Run 8 could provide one. So a couple storage tracks, a couple extra locomotives there. I'm assuming these are probably helpers. That's my guess. Yeah, I think these are helpers. So like if you have a train that's below the minimum horsepower per ton, you could take some extra locomotives and attach it to the back of your train and push you over the hill. I'm assuming that's what that is. I don't know why else they'd have them there. Yeah, the Depot Train Tracker app is pretty cool. I agree. DPUs, yeah, DPUs, yeah. Yes, sir. Let's get a drive-by real quick. This would be a sick little shot. Oh yeah, I love this. Here we go. Nice. All right, we're almost there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a little bit intimidated and nervous as we're gonna be approaching the Cajon Pass very soon. Let's see, how far are we from the Cajon Pass from here? So we're at Victorville. What's it, like another 10 minutes away? I can't remember. So we're at Victorville's milepost 36.5. And the summit, which is I think right after Esperia. Right? 55. So we're 20 miles away then. That's a little ways. Yeah, so if we're at 36 now, and the summit is 55, so you know it's kind of rounding up or down. It's about 20 miles away from where we are right now. So it's a little ways. It's actually a little ways. It's a little ways. So it gives me plenty of time to build up my own anticipation for how I'm gonna attack this descent down this very let me see, what was the max descent? So it's like 2.2% on main 1, which doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it's gonna be a handful. I know that for sure. Nice, Cass. You know what? That's probably the best way to do it. Like, get TSW5 on Game Pass, try it out, see if you're even interested in it. You know, because you may try like, yeah, this is not for me. You know what I mean? That could definitely happen to you. But yeah, this is not for me. But try it on Game Pass. You don't lose anything. You already pay for Game Pass. Oh, the speedway changed? Oh, we go 40 now. Nice. We can do 40 now. 45, actually. I like it. Let's speed up. Alright, back in notch 8. Oh, 1.8% gradient now. Oh, now we're climbing. We're climbing the grade. David says that I don't like the Train Sim World series. Its physics are inaccurate and it's buggy. yeah, I can see that. I agree. But no, Cass, tell me what you think, because I've never seen you play Train Sim before. I know Element's played a little Train Sim, Mikey's played some Train Sim, we've all played a little Train Sim. But the way you're kind of checking out Train Sim yourself is similar to how I was. This is actually another famous spot. I just remembered. I can't remember what they call it. It's called the is it just called Crossover? What's it called, chat? That's CP Frost. It's a crossover that sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll catch a train going underneath you at the same time. Sometimes. That's a good shot too. But But yeah, back to my point, Cass. This the way you've kind of like just kind of aimlessly or trying train sim world is the same thing I did. I had not played a train sim before then, and I was curious. The graphics looked good, you know, and I was like, yeah, let's see. Like, I like playing simulator games. I play all kinds of simulator games. I play flight sim, racing sim, trucking sim, freaking construction sim. You know what I mean? I play all the other simulators. Why not try train sim? So I tried it, and I don't know. I still don't really know why I like train sim, but I love it. I do. I really don't. I can't tell you why I love it. There's probably a lot of reasons that come together to make it why I love it, but it's hooked me. And ever since, that was now 6 years ago, actually. I just recently made a video where I was kind of talking about that. But yeah, that was six almost, like probably more than 6 years ago now that I had tried my first train sim on PC. What's up, Spawning Salmon? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Oh, speaking of Element. Been a long day. Hey, man, it's been a long day from you, too. But I gotta admit, I'm glad to be hanging out with you guys. Wow, I've been pushing it at max throttle, and we're only doing 27 miles an hour. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We are on a 1.5% gradient. And when we get to the Cajon Pass, which is the worst of our route, it's gonna be double that basically. So, am I gonna have to use my air brakes to keep us from sliding down the hill? I'm not sure. But anyways, good to see you, Element. Luke says I have a motion sim. Wonder if train sim works with that. I really doubt it. Usually you need like a special software and stuff. Like they have to manually tune that, I think. All right, milepost 40.3. Which have us at Thorn. And on our right, actually, yep, right on cue. On our right is another industry that you can serve. Again, I always talk about Run 8 and how it's industry focused, railroad and industry focused. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 customers that all request like cargo on the right side. You can see a couple customer cars right there just sitting there. I'm not sure if they need to be picked up or dropped off, but you have a Goodyear tire over there. That's crazy. Goodyear tire. You can pick up Goodyear tires right over there. That's actually freaking sick. Matter of fact, I think it's one of those over there. The freaking Goodyear tire factory. You got Conagra Foods, never heard of them, and a few other customers I've never heard of. But yeah, Goodyear tire right over there. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. But yeah, they use real industries in this game. So yeah, but a few industries over there you can serve. I'm pretty sure there's a local job going from somewhere that serves that that whole little yard or few yards or a few tracks. I've never done that one. You can actually see visually just how steep we are right now. Look at that. Oh, hold on. You can kind of see how steep we are. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a struggle. And we're still slowing down. Look at that. Acceleration. -1. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Stealership. To me, Train Sim World is my favorite because the graphics and the first-person perspective makes it much more immersive. I agree with you, actually. That's my favorite thing about Train Sim World is the fact that you get to walk around as a person, right? And like, you can hop from train to train. You can walk around stations. I love that. So that's like that was one of the first things that really caught. You know, that's actually one of the main things that caught my eye the first time I played Train Sim World was the fact that I could like get out of the train and walk around, you know, and interact with stuff. Like, I think that's cool. David says, I would love to see airplane live streams on your channel, since I love airplanes and they are something I used to get rid of. Something I used to use to get rid of depression and stress. Yeah, man, we definitely got more plane streams coming up, man. I was thinking about doing a flight sim stream today, but I was just more in the mood to drive a train, so that's why we're driving trains. And we might do another one. Sounds like you guys want me to complete this drive, so we may do another. If not tomorrow, the next day, where we try to complete this drive to LA. Again, this full drive is about 6 hours long, so I'm not going to do all that in one live stream. I love how it says you can go 50 if you can. We ain't doing 50, we're doing 22. Ain't no way we're doing 50 miles an hour. Like, the sun actually might set on us. The sun is setting. I'm hoping to get through the mountain before the sun goes down. I had to fresh install my PC to be safe and currently reinstalling all my sim stuff. You can picture how I'm feeling. Oh yeah, I can definitely. Yeah, that is not fun. I have to you did say you had to reinstall your Windows. You got to reinstall Flight Sim, all the games you played. Jeez, man. Well, hopefully everything gets installed fast and everything runs even better than it did before. That's what I'm hoping for you, bro. That's what I'm hoping. Bro, we are creeping and crawling, though. David Singleton, hello. Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. That's cool. There's a Goodyear plant in Kingman Industry Park in real life. Oh, really? That's probably in the game, too, I'm sure. Yeah, I agree. And I feel like it wouldn't be that hard for Train Sim World to do that. Because Train Sim World does actually model a lot of the tracks at the industries. They just don't label them on the map or give you a lot of gameplay there. You will notice it if you learn about industries in the area. You will notice that they do actually have scenarios or services that allow you to drive to some of those industries. Matter of fact, like this is a good example. The Cajon Pass route, which is a perfect direct comparison with Train Sim World, they do have the industries modeled, and you can go there. And some of them are blocked off, but many of them you can go to. But because they don't really have like the industrial gameplay like Run 8 or Railroader, you don't really have much purpose to go there except for your own imagination. So if you want to do it, you can do it, but it's not going to load cars or request cars and things like that, which is kind of what I would like to see. But I'm not going to hold my breath on that. I don't really think they're focused on doing that kind of thing. Conagra is a huge food conglomerate. They own brands like Mary Calendar, Slim Jim, and Ready Whip. Oh, I knew it was somebody. Never heard of them, but I was like, they're probably big if they got train loads.
Detector milepost 42.6. Main 2. Ambient temperature 60 degrees.
If they got train loads of stuff coming to them, then they're important. You know what I mean? They're important. Yeah, perfect sim to sip a coffee and chill. Honestly, usually, like, if I'm not streaming this, like, you guys are keeping me company right now, which is really nice, helping the time go by much faster. But normally, if I was doing this just off stream, I probably have like music playing or a video playing, or I'd have my laptop over here and I'll be working on my laptop. You know what I mean? You know, it's a pretty it reminds me of flight sim when you're doing a longer flight, because there's really not much going on. I mean, you're paying attention to signals, but all this right now is kind of a big lead up to a much busier part of our drive, and that's going to be when we actually get to the top of the hill and start going downhill. That's when it's going to get really busy for us, because now we're trying to manage our speed and make sure the train doesn't, get away from us going down the hill, and that's actually much more challenging than going up the hill. The harder part about going uphill, if you have the momentum and you have the horsepower to do it, then you're just gonna be like we are right now. We have full throttle, and this is as fast as we can go. We're not gonna stop unless dispatch makes us stop. And then it gets even harder because now we gotta try to start on a hill. I really hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, downhill is, in my opinion, harder than going uphill. Speaking of music, let's bring that back. I had this song we were playing at the beginning of the stream that I was really digging. I have it low though. I won't have it too loud. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, so usually I'm, you know, it's definitely chill. Very, matter of fact, I'm thirsty. Hold on. All right, D Motley, I see you, bro. Where we at? We're passing another siding here. Ooh, what is this? You see, like a little town next to us. Where are we? Do. Oh, is this Hesperia? Oh, it is Hesperia. Hesperia, which is south of Victorville. This is the final major town we're gonna pass before we hit the summit. Yep. So another couple of things we need to look into. It might be smart to look at it before we get really busy. Matter of fact, let's do that. Oh, we have a bit of a slower time. The grade has come down. We are gaining just a tiny bit of speed. Not much, but we're under control. We're good for a bit. Somebody's asking which version of Train Sim World do I like. Well, whatever the latest one is, which is 6 right now. Stealership says I usually prefer passenger services over freight, but I know Clinchfield, Tees Valley, and Peak Forest have some interactive coal or industries. Yes, you know what? Okay, before we get into what I was going to get into, operationally, my favorite route in Train Sim World is actually the Clinchfield route. I don't play Tees Valley that much, and I haven't done Peaks Forest that much either, but I love all of the coal loading procedures, and it's just a very, like, the whole route is an operation basically. The way they've designed the route and the gameplay on the route is literally, you're like, you know, you're loading and unloading coal, and it's just really cool. And it's like the way the route's built is it has like a main line, but it has like 4 different little spurs that give you a completely different experience depending on which spur. Like, it's really good. I wish that they would do like a remaster of Clinchfield, or what I would like is not really a remaster of Clinchfield, because I'm not that big into the heritage of that type of train. I would like to see maybe a more modern route that's like Clinchfield, that's designed like the Clinchfield route was designed. It's in the mountains, in the trees, fully industry, fully coal or logging or whatever industry you want to serve. It's just, that's one of my favorite freight routes that I've run operationally in Train Sim World. And unfortunately, I don't play that route much because I'm just not a fan of the trains that are used on that route too much. Plus, the route is extremely dated now. It doesn't look that good anymore. Thank you, D Miley. I appreciate it, man. Felon is close by too. Oh, nice. Delta fan, back when I was on the server, I was hauling a heavy train through the pass in broken air hose, which the brakes came on and I stopped and had to fix it before getting back started. Yeah, that's actually happened to me before. Not on Cajon Pass. There's another tricky area, man. Where was I when this happened? I can't remember where I was, but I think I was also really new to Run 8 at the time too, and it was actually not on the depot server. It was on the highball server. I remember I was going either up a hill or down a hill. I think I was going up a hill actually, and something happened and I broke a coupler. Like, I guess the tension got too much and I broke a coupler, and I had to try to fix my train on this steep hill, and the only way to fix it is like to, you know, back up into your train, right, and then go in there and then redo the hoses, fix the coupler, and also part of it derailed too because, you know, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare getting it fixed. I think I had help. I think somebody helped me fix it because again I was pretty new. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. Would adding 2 more engines speed you up? Yes, it would. It would speed me up. Cogs 116. Good evening, my friend. I love the late night run. I'm in Texas, also San Angelo. Just finished up some Falcon BMS and getting my voice attack set up. Nice. You play Falcon BMS? That's cool. Are you a part of one of the hardcore groups? One of the hardcore squads on Falcon BMS? I know a couple people who play Falcon. I don't play Falcon really. I have it, but I don't play it. I'm a DCS guy. Luke says, I don't find the graphics that bad. Really? Nice. Yeah, I mean, once your eyes get used to it, it doesn't really bother you too much. Like right now, I'm not even thinking about graphics right now. I'm not even thinking about it. Yep. Overpasses and billboards look good, yeah. Reshape makes it 10 times better too. I don't use any reshade, but I have heard people use reshade and it looks really good in reshade. I'm kind of scared of using reshade. I don't know why. I used to use reshade back on X-Plane like 10, like 4 or 5, 6 years ago. That's the last time I used reshade. Actually, I think I used reshade on Train Sim Classic as well. I think I did. Your dream route in Train Sim World would be a mainline 30s to 60s transitional era route or a 70s to 80s early Amtrak route. Ooh, those sound really interesting though. Not yet. You just started playing it. You're in a group on DCS though. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know that on BMS, Falcon BMS, there's some really hardcore groups out there that do some crazy cool ops and whatnot. I've never done it. I just heard about it. Mentor says, I have 0 problems since running it. I can send you your config if you want. Hold on to it. If you send it to me now, I'm not gonna like mess with it and I'll forget. So I'll keep you in mind for when I'm ready to go down that rabbit hole. You know what's funny? I almost streamed the Railroader today. Knocking down Linwood now, so 300 feet for you. I was looking at, you know, what to stream today, and I wanted to do Run 8, but then I was looking up some Railroader stuff, the game, and I saw some really cool new mods that I hadn't seen before, with like some diesel locomotives. I was like, ooh, that would be fun. But I was like, you know what, let me not change my mind at the last minute, because it might not even work. The mods might break my save. I was like, let me just do Run 8 like I was planning on doing already. And if I want, I could do Railroader another day. Okay, so before... I think we're good. Before we get busy, I do want to kind of do a quick brief on our job. There's some stuff that I want to read that I didn't really go through fully. So on the Depot Plus's Operations Center, which I'm not allowed to show on stream, unfortunately. There's a lot of information for each job. So we're basically doing a job right now. And as I told you, this job is leaving Barstow, California, and going to LA, right? Our length, 6,500 feet. Weight, 11,000.5. Horsepower per ton is actually showing 2.4 here in the cab. 98 total cars, 87 loaded, 11 empty. And our max speed is 55, heading westbound. But what I wanted to look into though was we have here it says the BNSF Cajon Pass has a like a weight and balance restriction, right? So we got to be what's to say, main 1, 25 miles an hour. Are we on main 1 or main 2? I think we're on main 1. No, we're main 2 now. Are we gonna stay main 1 when we get to Cajon? Uh-oh. Either way, it's basically 25 for both. Actually, it says main 2 is 15, actually. Interesting. Oh, no, it changes. Okay. We are a supply train, which basically just means that we have critical server jobs that need to be delivered at certain locations. And the train procedures is that the Barlac crew should be aware of LMC and LAJ yard operations. Again, we're not going to make it down there that far, so not that important today. Suggested location for recrew prior to LMC, which I think is La Mirada, is track 2 between CP Fullerton and CP Barstow. Again, I think those are way far from where we are. We're going to look for somewhere to tie it down somewhere in the San Bernardino area after the, or anywhere basically after the hill. We have en route setouts. Again, we're not going to worry about that today. Really, none of this I have to worry about right now. Yes, this is all delivery information. That is not important to me today. So we're good. So really, all I need to look into is what we're gonna try to stop at. That's what we need to figure out. All right, let's take a look at the map. Or sorry, oops. No, how did I do that? How did I do that? I don't know how to do that. Come back. Oh no, not again. Oh no, what did I do? What button did I press? I don't know what button I pressed to get this really weird 800 by 600. What did I press? I pressed the F button. Was it F5? F6? F7? F8? F9? F10? Nope. Uh-oh. Don't like that. F11? F12? No. What's... Chat, help! I pressed the button and it like lowered my resolution. F4. And it's not doing anything now. Oh my god. No, it's not doing anything. It's not working. Wait, did I fix it? Did it fix it? Is it in the graphics or something? Small window size? No, I don't want to be 800 by 600. How do I change that? I want to be 4K. Might have to change it. I pressed F4. It is not changing. I think I might have pressed too many other buttons in the process of pressing F before I pressed F4. Gotta cycle through to get back to F4. Let's try it. I'm pressing F4 and nothing is happening. I've done this before, but usually I hit it twice on accident instead of once. This time I hit it once on accident. Wait, did I do it? Nope. I think I'm gonna have to manually set my resolution, I think. That's the only thing I know I could do. Small window size. Apply. Alright, what's my window size? I don't even know. I don't know what my window size is. Display. Sorry, chat. I pressed the button. Try Alt-Enter and cycle full screen. Alt-Enter. Alt-Enter. Nope, I didn't do it either. Good idea, but I didn't do it either. Let me see if I can right-click Run 8 or something. Restore? Nope. Man, like F4. Oh wait, there it is. It did it. I don't know how I did it, but it did it. It's fixed. Alright, so now we're at 4K again. Well, not you guys, but I'm 4K. We're streaming in 1440, but I'm watching in 4K. Okay, now I can read the gauges. That was scary. That was scary. Oh, we got a train coming down the hill over there. Look at that. He's moving quick too. Alright, we're getting pretty close to this this summit, I think. Yep, that's LA Memphis. Oh, that's not him. That's somebody else. Where are we at? Oh, here we are. Oh, we are gonna see LA Memphis coming up. Mr. Lucius. Yeah, we're getting close to the summit. We're getting close to the summit. Alright, before he pulls up. Alright, where can we park this baby? So we're at Martinez, so we can't go there obviously. After we go down the hill. Ooh. I don't know where we can park it. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Let's see if we are still live. Hoping to catch on the same stream. Let me know in chat if you guys can hear me. Sorry, my PC crashed. Or it technically froze up and it just locked down. I couldn't click anything, couldn't do anything. So, again, hopefully the stream didn't completely end and we can continue the stream where we left off. Rather than start a whole new stream. But it looks like it's working. Yep, beautiful. And you guys should see me as well. Alright, let's go. We gotta go catch our train. My PC just finished restarting itself. I'm gonna launch the sim. And usually on the depot server, if like you crash out or something like that, your train will, like if it knows no one is controlling it, usually it'll slow down. Hopefully that's the case. We're also going uphill when we crashed. So that should also be in our favor. All right, we go into clients. Where is the Depot plus SoCal? Join. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. I think it probably had to do with like me reloading that window over and over that eventually crashed it. We'll worry about the time of day later. Let's go get our train. Home sub. We were at, okay, we're here. Martinez. For daytime. Override network. Daytime. And rewind it back a few hours. That's good. Alright, where's my train? Where's my train? There he is. Oh, it is definitely still rolling. It was definitely still rolling. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. She was stopping. She was coming to, she was slowing down. I think it's gonna stop. I think it's gonna stop. Yep, it stopped. It stopped. Alright, let's go see if my throttles will work. Oh, you know what? I gotta... Yeah, oh no! Oh no, this is the worst case scenario here. So it did stop, but because it stopped so abruptly, it broke the PCS, which basically means that we broke a coupler somewhere. Not sure where. We'll have to find it. The other thing I have to do, which might be the reason why I couldn't take control of the train immediately, is because I did not open up my software that will allow me to actually use my TCX controllers. Let me go open that up as well. Hey, you know what? It happens. At the end of the day, it's all technology. It's and sometimes technology does weird things. And it's actually not the first time I've had this problem before. But let me go find my Run 8. Oh, here it is. Run 8 control conductor. Let me get chat up too, guys. Let me get chat up. Thanks for sticking around with me, guys. Do apologize for that little hiccup. This has put us in a new situation that we got to figure out, but it's okay. We'll make it. We'll make it. I'm not giving up. You know what I say? Give up, give in, give it all you got. That's what we're gonna do today. All right, so let's get that going. All right, so let's go check, make sure our controls are working now. Okay, yeah, that's working. All right, there's an independent brake, automatic brake. Throttle is at 0. I'm not sure why it's not moving though. Oh, probably because of the PCS. All right, let's go find out where the train broke. Let's go find out where the train broke. So when the train came to a halt because I was not driving it while trying to recover it, it broke a coupler somewhere. So now the hard part is finding out which coupler that is. Wait, is that hose open? Is that supposed to be hanging like that? Wait, did we break this one? Yeah, it's this one right here. Let me see. Oh, I thought we might have got lucky, guys. It was literally the first coupler after the locomotive. I think we got lucky. Alright, let's go fix it. And get back out there. We're about to get to the best part of the route. I think I gotta come back. I can't. The stream can't end now. We're about to get to the hardest part of the stream. Alright, so let's first go ahead and close the angle cock. That's gonna stop the air from flowing, which there is none now because it released all of it. But we'll hit close. Close the angle cock. We'll go to our locomotive coupler, which is the one that's actually broken. And we'll get that fixed. So let's hit fix broken coupler. We'll do it with our strong arms. So it's now fixed. We'll also close that angle cock as well. You can also see how it's stretched out right there. That's why it broke, because it got stretched out so badly. And what we'll do is we'll have to reset the brakes, of course, but we will see if we can reverse it back into the train and get that back connected. Now there's a procedure for when you do have a PCS open situation. I believe, if I'm correct, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, I think we gotta go throttle idle, right? And then put our automatic brake into suppression, or is it emergency? Actually, I think it's emergency. Remind me, I'm actually forgetting. Is it putting into emergency? And then leave it there for like, it's like a minute, 60 seconds, something like that? Train Sim World 5 installed, time to play tutorial. Nice. Yeah, I will say Train Sim World 5, or Train Sim World in general, has a lot of great tutorials. So you should be hopefully fairly easy for you to get going in that game. I think it's emergency. We'll see. Oh, here it is. Move train brake handle to release in 15 seconds. Yeah, that's, I was right. So whenever you have a PCS open notification, you put the automatic brake into emergency, leave it there, and I think it's like 60 seconds. Once that goes out, the countdown's over though, we can now release our brake. So set reverser to neutral and move train brake handle to release. So we're already in neutral. We'll now move our train brake, which is the other one, into release. And that will reset the PCS, and it'll also, you know, recharge the brakes and all that, which is only the locomotives right now, so it shouldn't take long at all. It's gonna take longer when we connect to the rest of the train. But I think we're good there, so let's go ahead and put it into reverse, and we'll hop out actually, and we'll go ahead and make sure we're connected. If it's broken, we're definitely not coupled. Hey, you know what? I'm glad that this happened, but it wasn't my fault. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. All right. So, automatic brakes is released. We're on a hill, so we can just release the brakes, and the train will just come back on itself. So, or the locomotive, I should say, will come back on itself. So, give it a second to release that, and it should just kind of pull backwards. There it is. Oh boy. Oh boy. The whole thing's moving. That's not what I wanted. Please stop. Oh, we broke some more. I knew that might happen. Oops, did it again. Did you hear it? All the like that was a bunch of other air hoses breaking. Basically, we just broke it worse just now. Great. All right, well, let's come back to this one and fix the rest of them. Where do we break it now? Is it this one? Now we gotta walk the train and find the next break. And we probably won't get a PCS open on this one because we don't have the angle cock open. So we had to go and find. Hopefully we didn't break a coupler. We probably did though. We probably did. This is the tricky part. We got to go through the whole train and find. And this is, you know, partly what I love about Run 8 is that this is the consequence for not driving well. You know what I mean? This is the consequence. Now, again, it's not my fault. My whole PC crashed. But this can happen to anyone, even just in normal operation and driving. So just checking all the air. The easiest way to find out is the air hoses. If the coupler breaks, air hose is going to pop up out too. So we'll just kind of walk the entire train until we see. Look how stretched out that is. You see that? You see how, like, that's the max. You don't want that. You want to bunch the train up. You want to squish it together so you don't have that problem. I think I know what I'm going to do to get out of here. I'm going to do a DPU fence and get the locomotives in the back to push from behind first. Try to bunch the train up a little bit. Maybe we didn't break one. I haven't found one yet. Like, all of them are stretched out. They're all just, the whole train is just stretched across, which is not good. We don't want that. I still don't see a broken one yet. Yeah, I need to take out the slack, exactly. I just want to find out where it's broken before we do that, because the good news is we have locomotive in the back with its brakes on, right? So we're not going to have a runway train. If you had a train that did not have locomotives in the back, and it's just the freight cars, one time I did have a situation like that where freight cars are just rolling down the hill by themselves. I was like, no, I need to go catch them. All right, we're almost to the back. Maybe we didn't break any. Maybe we didn't break any. And if you had a second player with you, oh, whoa. Oh, I thought I saw a derail. I didn't. I thought I saw a derail. No. A few more. No. What about this one? No, it's all good. Okay. Okay, alright. Well, maybe we're... Oh, traffic. Oh, nice. Piggybacks. Do we have traffic behind us? We're holding up the line right now. No, thankfully there's no traffic. And dispatch is actually have the red in front of us and behind us, so. Okay, so let's go ahead and reattach. Right here. So we'll connect the air hose first. So connect. We're already coupled, so we're good there. And what we can do is open up the angle cock partially on both sides. And then, I mean, there's really no air in there, so it doesn't really matter. But, and then we'll open it fully. Alright, and I don't hear any air hissing. So I think we're good. And we did not get a PCS, which means that the rest of the train is all aired up. Or not aired up, but it's, you know, it's not, there's no, you know, breaks in the line. So I think we're good. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna have to bunch this up. So why are we moving? Okay, I want brakes. I want brakes. Give me brakes. Give me brakes. Please don't break though. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I was really hoping not to be in this situation. Okay, let's lock in, Blue. All right, so DPU situation. Let's get it. What's the button for that? I always forget it. Oh, I'm still rolling backwards. That's not good.
BNSF.
Stop, buddy.
52.5. Main.
We are
Ambient temperature.
sliding down the hill.
2 degrees.
Oh no. We're sliding down the hill. Why are we sliding down the hill? And we're speeding up. I know why, because it was the brakes weren't aired up. I should have put the handbrake on. That's what I should have did. I should have put the handbrake on. I might still do it. I think I might still do it in the back. In the back, I might put the handbrake on in the back. Yeah, yo, handbrakes, y'all. Handbrakes, fam. Where's the handbrake button at? Where's the handbrake? Where's the hand? Oh, there it is. Handbrake. Handbrake. There we go. Alright, please stop. Please stop.
DNSS detector.
What is this situation we got ourselves in? Runaway train!
Stop your train. Stop your train. Hotbox at axle 4.
That's us.
Hotbox at axle
We got a hot box,
5,
so we're not
4.
slowing down.
Hotbox
Oh my
at
goodness.
Axle 6, 0. Total axle 6, 0. Ambient temperature 6, 2. Out.
Oh my goodness. That's our smoke. That's smoke coming from our brakes. All that. That's all brake dust. All right, we're stopping. We're stopping. We're all right. We're good, guys. We're saving it. We're saving it. It's not gonna end this way. We're saving it. Oh man, this is horrible. So yeah, but since we blew the PCS, that means that there was no brakes applied to the entire train, right? So when I hooked back up the air to the train, my brakes were like released. Because remember, I should have knew that. That was a rookie move. I had my brakes released because remember when I let the locomotive roll back into the train, I released the brakes, right? And then when I connected it, I left them released, and so it never. Yeah, that was so dumb. I see my mistake now. All right, yeah, independent brake is coming on, so that's gonna like lock us into place there, and then let's air this thing up. Well, that was a situation. We still gotta go down the hill on purpose. Holy smoke is right. Cass has to look away for 1 minute to smoke. Yeah. Bro, I would have never guessed that would happen today. Never would have guessed. Alright, let's get back on. We're on channel 32 still. Channel 50, channel 14. Alright, we'll talk to dispatch here in a second. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's get lights on. The headlights. Oh, my rear lights are on. I see what that button does now. Alright, we're pumping the train up again. With air, we're gonna need all the air we can get in case anything happens. Now, let me remember how to do a DPU fence. I have it written down. Here it is. Alright, so let's use the right screen. Let's use the left screen for it. And I want to go onto this, DPU page, right? And then this left shift bracket. I don't have this mapped to my controller, so I have to do it on the keyboard. Left shift bracket, there we go. So you see that line. So basically on the left side of this line is my 4 locomotives that are in the front of the train, okay? On the right side of the line are my 2 locomotives that are on the back of the train. A DPU fence basically puts up this green line, which is a fence. So now I can control independently the front locomotives and the back locomotives. So what I want to do to help us get off of this hill without breaking the train apart is I want to push harder from the back of the train then I pull from the front of the train. Because if I pull too hard from the front of the train is going to split apart. It's going to stretch out until it can't stretch out anymore. And it's going to pull apart because it's so heavy. So what I want to do is I want to push from the back, bunch it up, right? I want to bunch it up and then pull equally from, not equally, that's wrong. Push from the back harder and then pull from the front as I see fit, so we don't break the train. That's my strategy, right? So it's a bit of an advanced hill start. Normally you would just do the typical hill start procedure, but in this case, I'm gonna try this. So that is what I want to do. Right now, I'm gonna wait for our train to air up, which it looks like it kind of is. As we've released the regular brakes, I'm gonna go and really, actually I should be able to release the handbrake from here. Let me see. Is it this button? Yeah, it is. All right. So handbrake is released in all of the train. Hopefully it doesn't say EOT move, which is not, which means that it will be pushing in the back. So let's go ahead and start pushing from the rear. It also shows here our brake pressure in the back, our brake cylinder in the back, our reservoir and all that stuff like that as well. Let's see, so what's the button? Push, I think it's shift star. It's a weird button combination to do this. Let's see if that does anything. It also, they simulate like the connection time. So it's not gonna instantly do. So like right now I'm saying, hey, go to notch 2 in the rear of the train. I just pressed it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. It takes 10 seconds for that command to make it to the back of the train. So right now we're actually already pushing at the back of the train. We're in notch 2. That's the load that we're going with right now in the back of the train. Now the problem is I have the brakes on, so it can't really do much right now. So I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go up to notch 3, and then I'm gonna add 1 notch to the front. So we'll go notch. Actually, if I move my normal handle, it'll go up 1 on both. Oh, that's 7. Jesus Christ, let's not do that. Oh, I'm lying. That's not. I thought I would do both. Okay, so let's do 1 more in the back. Give it some time to lead up. I'm gonna try 3 and 1. Right, I'm gonna try that. All right, so we're 3. All right, we're now notch 1 in the front. Brakes are coming off. Let's see what happens here, guys. Hopefully we don't need sand. We probably should have talked to dispatch too, actually. Yeah, request signal, please. Alright, I think we're good. I think that she got us cleared. Alright, let's go. Alright, so brakes are coming off. Slowly. Now, what we want to see is Excel plus anything, right? I don't want this to be minus. If this is minus, that means we're slowing down. Alright, so far, we are actually slowing down. Give me another notch. Yeah, we do not want to see that. Minus 12. Let's go another notch in the back. I'm gonna go up 2 more. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I hope that's not plus 5 backwards. Because that might be what that means. I think it is actually what that means. Plus 5 backwards. Alright, let's go. We gotta push hard. Let's push hard. Give me max on the back here. Come on. Okay, yeah. So now actually we do want to see negative. It's gonna extend equal us out at 0 and then go back up. Another notch in the front. Come on, baby. Come on. We can do it. We can do it. We're gonna go max out in the back. We're notch 8 in the back here in about 10 seconds. Notch 4 in the front. And we are moving forward, guys. Let's go. We're moving forward. We didn't break. Oh, we're slipping. We're slipping in the back. I need sand. What's the sand button? Is it this button? Yep. That's sand in the front though. I need sand in the back. Alright, another notch in the front. It should be bunching up pretty nice. Okay, it is sanding in the front. So you see how long it takes for the rear of the train to communicate, or for the front to communicate to the rear? Alright, we're using some sand. You gotta wait a couple blocks to call auto. Yeah, I see that now. Alright, we should have plenty of sand. Let's go another notch. Alright, it's not over yet, guys. If I can get the whole train in notch 8 front and back, I'll be happy at that point. I'm gonna get the sand off, see if we can do without sand, without slipping. Man, oh man. I think we did it, guys. Whew, I think we did it. Notch 7 and notch 8. Alright, once we have both the front and the back in the same notch, we can take the fence off. Which I gotta remember how to do.
52.5.
There it is. Alright, fence is off.
Temperature 62 degrees.
We're driving the train, chat. We are driving a train. 18 miles per hour and climbing at 1.5% on the gradient. Man. Chat did not think we were going to have to do that today. Wow, wow. Jonathan, welcome to the stream. My girlfriend loves your channel. Can you give a shout out to Aaron? Yeah, Aaron. What's up, Aaron? Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great night. Hope you're treating Jonathan right. Hope you're treating my boy right. Thank you for supporting him and his hobbies. That's what I'm gonna say right there. Thanks for supporting him. For any wives or girlfriends, thank you for supporting your man's hobby. I have a friend of mine. I was watching the Super Bowl. Well, it was before the Super Bowl, and I'm not a Patriots fan, right? But my friend, one of my best friends, is a huge Patriots fan. Like I mean, one of the most hardcore Patriots fans I've ever met. And so me and my friends were always give him a hard time about this, for being a Patriots fan in football. And he posted a picture on our WhatsApp groups with his wife and him, took a picture together, a selfie together, of her wearing a New England Patriots jersey with him. And I told him, like, bro, like, I want to hate this picture so much, but I also want to say respect to your wife for supporting her husband, even if he chose the wrong team. But anyways, yeah, good recovery. It's cool that you can individually control the power and braking of the front and banking locomotives. I remember there being a banking scenario on Peak Forest, obviously not as extreme as this. Yeah, I do. So that was the thing I just showed you guys, the DPU fencing technique or whatever. It's something that you don't get to do in like any other train sim, really. And that was something that I had to learn when I got into Run 8. Now, you don't have to learn it, but as you saw, it is something that you can use. It's a technique, it's a strategy you can use to get yourself out of some pretty sticky situations. But I personally think it's so cool. I didn't even know it was a thing. I had never heard of DPU fencing before. I had never done it. And somebody showed me, matter of fact, somebody from the depot actually showed me how to do it when I first joined. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. So, pretty sweet. But we're back on the road again. And soon we will reach the peak of the Cajon Pass. And that's where our real challenge begins. And I don't know, after what just happened, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty invincible now. Not saying I'm perfect, I'm just saying, like, what we just did felt like the worst case scenario, what could have happened on this trip, and the fact that we were able to overcome that, I'm like, you know, like, the Cajon Pass don't seem like much anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be easy, but I think that if we're able to overcome that, I think we can overcome the descent down the Cajon Pass. So, did I see the Cadillac F1 livery? Yeah, I think they showed it at the Super Bowl commercial, and I think after the Super Bowl they had like a video as well. So yeah, I saw it. It's pretty nice. It's like the black and gray or something like that. Pretty cool. We do not need the Patriots to get a 7th Super Bowl this close to the end of the Brady era. Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. I was really just going, like, for the Super Bowl, for me, it was really just me going against the Patriots. Like, I'm not like a Seahawks fan, never have been. I don't hate them. It's just, you know, I just didn't want the Patriots to win. Simple as that. Is this the peak right here? Oh, please tell me this is not the peak. Where we at? No, it might be. Cause it looks like, doesn't it look like that goes downhill? Oh, I hope this is not the peak. I hope this is not the peak. Actually, you know what? I think it levels off, if I remember correctly. I think there's a section that kind of levels off right before you descend. I think I remember that. You got a train moving and dropped off passengers. Wow, that's progress right there, Cass. Congrats, bro. That's amazing. That's cool. You still haven't unlocked the remote controller on Derail Valley, but it's sure handy. Yeah. It's just, actually, you know what? Derail Valley does kind of let you do the same thing. You're right, with the controller thing. Yes, it does. All right, so I think, if I'm right around this corner coming up. Actually, let me make sure I got everything going here that I had running before on the stream. It seems like everything is on here. I don't have my PDF open anymore, which is what I actually want. I'll grab that from here, though. Cajon. So let's watch our speed. See if the other camera is working. Nope. Alright, so no more control cam. That's dead now. So, I talk about this every time I do a summit. So, we all know the summit is the peak of a mountain, right? So, like this. The tricky thing about a long train is that when you go over the summit, at first, just the front of your train goes over the summit, but the rest of the weight is still on the other side. I need this signal, please. Alright, she gave it to us. Nice. Alright. And so, there's kind of a strategy that's being played when you go over a summit. Is you don't necessarily want to brake too early because the back of your train is still going up the hill. You know what I mean? So, we're going to take it slow. Right now we're at a 0% gradient. If you guys can see it on the top left of your screen right now, it shows grade. That's how much we're going up or down. Right now we're at level 0%. There's a summit. Right after this, and look at it, it's actually, as I pulled the throttle back, the back of our train just kicked us in the butt. That's why it's still like plus 33 or whatever. I'm gonna move us over to main 2 here. And I am gonna get the dynamic brakes ready. So I'm gonna go into dynamic brake. Let's test them. Please tell me dynamic. Oh shoot, does dynamic brake work? Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, let's try it now. Uh-oh. Reverser must be forward. Reverser. Oh no. Please tell me my dynamic brake works. Reversers must be forward. It is forward. What do you mean it must be forward? Throttle must be idle. Throttle is idle. Oh man. So I have it set to toggle. Come on, please work. If I don't have dynamic brakes, we're gonna be only be able to use the air brakes, which is not the way I want to do this. This is not the way I want to do this. Let me check. Like that restart might have screwed me over here. Oh, it's not mapped. No wonder. Okay, hold on. Toggle map. So I didn't save. That's what happened. Okay. So notice our acceleration is still minus because we're still going up the hill, right, on the back end. And now it's going plus as more weight comes over the hill. All right, let's try this. It does not like that. Let's reset the reverser. Speed limit going downhill is 30 miles an hour. That's throttle. I should be able to go in the dynamic. Please go dynamic. Why aren't you working? This is scary. I'm gonna have to put brakes in. I'm gonna have to put minimum pressure here on the brakes. I do not want to use the brakes. Let's go ahead and put some in. Alright, 5 pounds of pressure going in on the air brake. Just 5. I don't know why my dynamic brakes are not working right now. I know what I can do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna change it. I'm gonna change it. It's a hardware issue. It's not the actual real train. It's a hardware problem I'm having right now. All right, let's do this and start. Okay. Oh wait, no. I want it split. Stop. Split. Start. Okay. Alright. Alright. You know what I should have done? Dang it. I should have put a counter at the summit as well. Thank you, Eugene. I appreciate it, man. Good night to you. What's up, Highball 73? Welcome to the stream. By the way, this is not a tutorial on how to go down the hill because I'm having some technical difficulties with my hardware controller. That is, as you can see, all this red up here is saying some crazy stuff. So we're riding the brakes right now. It's actually working. We're not losing too much speed. We only have 5 pounds of pressure in. Now, in this scenario, you could also try using the dynamic brake heavier in the front than you do in the back. I'm actually going to try to avoid doing that today, but we'll see. Let me see if I can get the dynamic brake to work at all. Oh, wait, I didn't want to do that. That's the brakes. Come on, why are you not working? It says dynamic brake lever must be off and reverser must be forward or reverse. And your throttle must be idle. It is. My throttle is idle. It is off. My reverser is forward. Give me those brakes back. I think we may have a broken dynamic brake here, guys. We may have to wing it here. Look at that, plus 19. Gosh. I don't know why it's not working. I really don't know why it's not working. Alright, we need more. We need some more. We need 10 pounds. You can hear the brakes squealing as well. Ooh, this might be bad. And I don't know the key binding in game for dynamic brake. I'm gonna have to learn it right now. I'm gonna have to learn it and use the keyboard because my thing is not working. Let's see. Dynamic brake setup, divide. Okay, but then how do I add more dynamic brake? That's probably what I'm missing. I don't have dynamic brake setup bound. I think that's the problem. Alright, let's just press divide. Divide. Where's divide at? Divide? What the heck is divide? You mean slash? I could change it. We're already going too fast. Let's try this. Oop. I don't know what that button does. Oh boy, this is not good. Not good, chat. Not good. Alright, I'm just gonna use my hand. I can't click it either. Oh my god. This is not good going down the Cajon Pass with no freaking dynamic brake. $10 miles over already. Why isn't it working? Is it backspace? Is it really backspace? Is it slash? That's what I was pressing. I was pressing slash. Nope. 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 I probably should have tested this before we left. To be honest. I mean, we're not dead yet, so we're okay, but the gradient is -2 and we have no dynamic brakes. Setup is divide. Like, where's the throttle and stuff at? I never use regular controls, so I don't know them. Train brake release. Right control end? That's such a weird button command. Train brake release end. Train brake apply home. Like, what? These are stupid key bindings. These are horrible key bindings. Who thought of these? Throttle, here we go. Throttle increase. Throttle decrease. Subtract. Okay, but how do I get into... There it is, found it. Oh, so it's the slash. Why would you say divide? It's the slash key on the numpad. Yeah. Alright. I mean, we're almost at the bottom now. But it's the slash key, and then I obviously use like the regular throttle button to then, I guess, yeah, do that. So we'll add some of that in there. And now we're looking good. Another save for the stream. What a day it's been. Yeah, we're not almost at the bottom. We're more than half though, I think. Okay, so now I'm gonna leave the brakes as they are. I'm gonna let the brakes stay applied, and we'll use a dynamic brake, which was my original plan. Was to use a dynamic brake as much as I could, and then use a little bit of air brakes to kind of help as needed. Now we kind of did it backwards, but is what it is. I should be able to use my regular throttle now. Oh, nope. Okay, never mind. That didn't work. That didn't work. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure that out on my hardware for the next time that we do a drive down a hill. Alright, we're good. We're at 27 miles an hour. Only thing I'm mostly concerned about is breaking a coupler, because we're being a bit too aggressive on these brakes right now. But we're at 28 miles per hour. Track speed is 30 around here, and I'm actually happy where we're at. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. Look at the track workers are ready to help recover us in case we got a runaway train. What does that button do now? What the heck? Okay, whatever. My key bindings like change like out of nowhere. Whew. That could have been bad. That could have been real bad. That could have been real bad. I gotta pull back on dynamic brake a little bit. Get a little too slow. And I'm pretty confident that we're okay. So let's go outside. Let's go enjoy the train driving by for a bit. Man. Man. Watching the roller coaster was fun while it lasted. At least you didn't panic. I might not have showed panic. I definitely panicked a little bit on the inside. I'm not sure if it showed in my face, but I definitely panicked. Why are the brakes screeching? I don't like that noise. Okay, we're okay. I mean, the brakes are applied, so that makes sense. You would hear the brakes screeching. So, yeah. Yeah, that could have been bad. That could have been real bad. Could have been real bad. It's a very heavy set on the brake, though. Could come to a controlled stop. Set some parking brakes. Let it fully recharge and start up again. Manageable but difficult descent ahead otherwise. You know, you're probably right about that, Harvey. There she goes. I'm debating, should I stop and recharge the brakes? Should I just stick with what's working so far? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, these brakes have been through it though. Yeah, that is a lot. I mean, we're on, what did I say, 10 pounds? 10 pounds of brakes, I think, right now. 5 was working, and sorry, 5 was working until I accidentally reset them. And it is a long way on the brakes too, because when we get out of this real steep part, it's still going to be like -1% all the way to San Bernardino, which is pretty far. I just don't understand why I couldn't get the dynamic brake working on my my controller here. Don't know why that wasn't working. I love how you can hear some of the brakes dragging. Yeah, definitely not a textbook way of getting down the pass, but so far it's working for us. We're under the speed limit. We're controlled. Actually, I think that might be more than 10 pounds. Yeah, that's more than 10 pounds we got on there. We're using mostly air brakes and very little dynamic brakes. Are we 8763? No, we're 8523. Okay, they're not talking to us. If it's surviving without triggering any detectors, think it'll probably be alright. Might just need to keep it real slow to keep the brakes cool. Yeah. There usually is a detector up here too. So if we hit a detector, it's probably going to set it off. I bet those brakes are hot. I bet they're real hot. Like I said, we're pretty heavy. I bet they're real hot back there. But we haven't got hit with a detector, a defect detector just yet. But usually in areas like these, they have quite a few just in case there's any problems on the mountain. You want to catch it, you know, early. Is that the Union Pacific side down there? Or is that the... No, actually, I think it might be on the right. So I know Union Pacific has its own railroad going through here. It's like Look at all these tracks. You got tracks over there. I think that, yeah, that's it right there. I think that's the Union Pacific one on the left. Because this is the one going down, and then over there somewhere there's another one going up. This might be the one going up. Is this the up one? Or is it that one over there? I don't know. There's so many tracks. I think this might go up. Go up. I'm not sure. Not sure. Cass says I just did 6 days in a row at work, so I'm going to get some quality time in bed and have a good. Yeah, man, definitely get some sleep, bro. Get some sleep, man. I'm sure you're wore out. Alright, we're getting a little fast now, actually. As we're now at native 2.1, and I obviously don't want to add more brakes, so we're gonna add more dynamic. And that should help us slow down. We were pretty much almost minimum on dynamic brake. Like I said, we're using mostly the air brakes here to manage our speed, unfortunately. I'm probably gonna get so many comments on this video after the stream is over about how I did the brakes wrong, how I did the brakes dirty. Actually, just noticed that our headlights are off too. Right, now they're on. All right, pull back the dynos. Let's try notch 2. At 23 miles an hour. Feeling good though. It's so funny how I was just saying, oh, I'm so confident going down the hill, blah, 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 this and that. And then that was back when I thought my dynamic brake was going to work. and then I went down the hill with no dynamic brakes. For those in chat who are new to trains and don't know what a dynamic brake is, so the difference between dynamic brake and, matter of fact, let's ask ChatGPT. They'd probably do a better job of explaining it. What are the difference between yeah, they can probably explain it much better than I can. Like, I know what it does, but I don't know the dictionary term. Alright, give me a simple summary of that. It broke it down way too deep. Alright, we got whistle board coming up. So dynamic brakes, or no, so air brakes use compressed air and friction to slow and stop the entire train. Ooh, speaking of trains, we have traffic. There is a main fail-safe braking system and work at all speeds. Dynamic brakes use the locomotive's motors to create resistance and slow the train down without friction. They're mainly for speed control, works best at higher speeds, and can't stop the train by themselves. Not sure that's completely true. In short, air brakes stop the train, dynamic brakes help control speed and reduce wear. So, I'm not sure how accurate that is, but that makes sense to me. Alright, what's our speed? 22? Oh, turn our lights down. Sorry about that. So I recognize this little turn next to this road. This is always a symbol for me. Whenever I get to this part, I'm like, I made it through the worst of it. You know, like whenever I get to this street right here, I'm like, all right, I know There's more hill to go, but this is the worst of like the mountain part of it. The rest of it's just hill going down into LA, basically. We've gotten through. We survived the worst of the Cajon Pass. Eliza, welcome to the stream. No, this is not a new train sim. This is a very old train sim, actually. It's called Run 8. That's the AI. Honking their horn at the... Nice. I love train spotting in this game. All right, let's go back on our train and check on it. So we're doing 25 miles an hour. We're good. We're good, guys. We're good. We're good. I can take a drink of water. All right, let's start thinking about where we're gonna park this thing. We're gonna tie it down. How far are we gonna go? I've kind of reached my goal distance and length that I wanted to reach today, and now we have to find out where we can. Again, I'm not driving all the way to LA, so we need to find out where there's space for 6,500 feet of train. That's the next challenge, because every siding is not going to be long enough for us to fit into. You know what I mean? I'm going to pull up the San Bernardino line sub as well, because I think we're probably going to have to park on that one as we come out of the Cajon sub, which actually ends at the San Bernardino station, I believe. Yeah, so we're here. Yep, that's us down there. We got Kenbrook coming up. Now, I don't see really a lot of places that we could park in here. What I'm gonna look at, my other. I'm gonna look at the the train map that I get from the depot. Because on there it actually shows the additional tracks that are not on the dispatch board, and we might be able to find 6,500 feet that we can park into. Now that we're not clear of the hill fully, but I still think we're through the worst of it. All right, let's see. So we're gonna pop out. Trying to find out where I sit. Okay, there's Kenbrook. Okay. Yeah, we can't park there. Can't park there. Ooh, that one's just a little too short. 6,300 feet. Dang it. I found a side. Oh wait, hold on. I found a siding. Oh, I know exactly where we're gonna go. I know exactly where we're gonna park now. We gotta see if it's clear. But there looks to be a siding over near Ono. I guess there's a town called Ono or something. There's a siding over there that's 7,700 feet long. So if it's not taken, it might be taken by somebody else, but if it's not taken, we can park there off of Main 1. Let me check and see if that's on here and if it's taken. The Cajon, Kenbrook. After Kenbrook, we'll have Verdemont, Baseline.
SS detector, milepost 66.5, main
Okay.
1.
So Ono is actually
63
not
degrees.
on this dispatch board. So it's actually between Baseline and Verdemont. So there should be a siding there, but again, we don't know if there's traffic there because it's not on the freaking dispatch board. So we'll have to see. We'll have to get there and just see if it's open. If it's open, we'll park there. We'll tie it down for the night, and we'll pick it back up next time. If not, why they keep driving till we find a next open siding. And it's very much possible that it's taken because a lot of trains drive through here every day, and a lot of players drive through here every day, and it seems like that's one of the best places to park. I also got to make sure that we can't park there. There's some sidings that you're not allowed to park in. We're good, Silent Assassin. I think we're good. When does the new train sim come out? Which train sim are you talking about, Eliza? Which new train sim? New train sim World 7? Or maybe the Thomas the Tank Engine train sim that's coming out from Dovetail? Or I'm not sure if there's any other train sims coming. Those are the only ones that I know about. I still wish we could get this game. I wish we could get a new version of this game, man. I would... Man. If I could get Train Sim World... Like, if I could get Run 8 with Train Sim World graphics, that would almost be the perfect train... Almost be the perfect train sim. What's up, Sawyer's Aviation? Welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. Says, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you. I've been there, man. Been there many times. Been there. Gotta go. Don't want to go. I feel your pain, bro. Eliza, I don't know when the next Train Sim World 7 is coming. They've not confirmed that there's going to even be one, but we know there's going to be one. Based on the last years. They've made a new Train Sim every year. It usually comes out around September, October, you know, that season, Q4 of the year. So, I expect them to do the same thing this year, even though I don't want them to. And I think many of us don't want them to. Alright, still negative 2% on the gradient as we are snaking around. Oh, here we go.
6.5, main 1. Stop your train.
Oh no.
Stop your train. Hotbox at axle 2, 8. Hotbox at axle 3, 2. Hotbox at axle 4, 8. Hotbox at axle 5, 2. Hotbox at axle 5, 6. Hotbox at axle 6, 0. Total axle 4, 2, 8.
Bro, we got like 10 hotboxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 hotboxes. Axle 2, 8, 3, 2, 4, 8, 5, 2, and 5, 6. We might have to take old boy's advice in the chat and actually legit stop the train and let them cool off. And I will. I'll do it. We'll be realistic today. We'll bring it to a stop. And we shouldn't be driving it like this anyways. And I didn't plan to drive it this way. So let's get it stopped. That's a lot of hot boxes. Going like 5 miles an hour might cool them. I want to transition over. I want to transition from depending on the air brakes to depending on the dynamic brakes. That's what I want to do. That's what I wanted to do originally anyways. So if I can get us slow enough that we can release the air brakes completely, let them air out, and we could just use dynamic brakes, I think that'd be great. Alright, we go.
All aboard!
So dynamic brake right now is maxed out. I am now releasing the air brakes. Let's see how that goes as we are actually speeding up. Alright, let's just stop. Anybody behind us? Thankfully, no. Not really. Not really. All right, we have stopped. It takes a lot of time to fully charge. Probably not doable on the move. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So right now, I'm actually sitting on the independent brake. I have the independent brake on. I should be able to pull the dynamic brake back to setup, which I did. Wouldn't do anything anyways. Sitting here, stopped, and just let the brakes charge up. Now, can't really tell exactly what they're doing because we're seeing the rear locomotive, which is basically instant. But it does take time for the center brakes to do their thing. We're probably still gonna need some brakes, I think. I don't think the dynamic brake is strong enough to hold us, to be honest. It didn't seem like it. Didn't seem like it. And we weren't like smoking this time, but they're still hot. I don't know how long I should wait. I don't know how long I should wait. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could go. I guess we could go. Can stick it in neutral and get a couple notches in to help it charge. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that trick. Oh, I gotta turn the dynamic brake out of setup though. There we go. I forgot about that trick. Doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. It doesn't want me to use the throttle for some reason when oh, there we go. Oh, let me fix that. Let me fix that. Let's go to toggle, I guess. Start. Alright, that'll pump up the airflow there. Charge the brakes, guys. Charging the brakes. There is, I can't remember the button. It's like, is it V? Oh, that is my ear. That is that. Is it shift to V? Here it is. Shift X? Oh, shift Z. Alright, there we go. So this is the graphic that shows kind of what the air is doing along the train. I honestly never understood how to read it. It's like purple in the front, yellow in the back, and white in the middle. So I don't know what that means. I think we're good, guys. I think we're good. I have no idea what any of that means. Alright, let's get out of here. We'll do setup again. So put in forward, put in setup. Get ready to use the dynamic brakes. Brakes should be fully charged. And we'll just let it start creeping down the hill. Pipe full, meant empty on the graphic. Oof. Do not brake, please. Do not brake on me. Oh. We're all right, guys. We're all right. We're all right. What matters isn't the pipe, but the tanks on each wagon. Once the flow is right, that's a good indicator. The pipe will show empty, but the tanks won't be charged if the flow is still high. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what the colors mean though. Those colors mean nothing to me. Alright, we are now independently on the dynamic brake. With no air brakes applied at all. And it's holding at 13 miles an hour. The dynamic brakes would actually be stronger at faster speed, I think, right? Or no, that's not true. I'll go back a couple notches. I want to get around 20 if I can. I don't want to go too slow. If we can get around 20, 20, 25, 24. It's kind of where I want to be. So we'll play with it. 16. I love that this train has a little accelerator thing. Makes it easier to stay ahead of it. And I'm anticipating having to use a little more air. Most likely. Because this right here is a long, constant hill. Going down to San Bernardino. Long, constant hill. So once you get over speed, it's hard to get that speed back. My face when I heard the hot axles was priceless. You're the first person I've met who's gone to Barstow by choice. Isn't there like a big prison there? There probably ain't much out there in Barstow. Let's see what traffic looks like around us here. We got clear all ahead. We got really nobody behind us, so thankfully we're not holding up traffic, so that's good. I was a little worried we might be holding somebody else behind us, but nobody's behind us. All right, we can settle back in before everything went bad. I had my my music going and everything, and it took me right out of it. Yeah. I normally have about 6 to 7 psi set all the way down, and then use dynamic brake in the 4 to 8 range to fine tune it. That sounds like a good technique right there. Because I know you don't want to necessarily be maxed out on dynamic brake because you don't have anything to play with, right? You don't have any like playroom. So if you can kind of balance on both, will be the best way. I think you're right about that. Barstow is just somewhere you stop on a road trip to somewhere else for most people. You know? I know a lot of towns like that. They got a Buc-ee's there. Alright, let's come back on that speed. I don't want to go too slow, you know what I mean? Like, I want to get there. It is actually getting a little less steep. I think Dynamic 6 is okay for right now. You lived in Mojave for a while, though. What were you doing in Mojave? Sometimes I do wonder, like, people who live in towns like Mojave or Barstow, like, what do you do there besides work at the railroad? I guess because I have grown up in very populated big towns. My school graduating class had like more people graduating than many city populations. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand the small time life and what it's like. I've always wondered what it would be like to live in a small town where it has like one traffic light and a gas station and a ridiculously slow speed limit. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good about this now. Feeling really good. I actually like how the mountains look in the distance. I actually like that haze effect they got out there. All right, Harvey. Have a safe trip, man. And have a good night or morning, whatever it is for you. Thanks for coming by and sharing some of your knowledge. I appreciate it. We just at home simming, having a good time. So shout out to those people out there who do this for real, in real life. This ain't no joke. Delta fan says I might get back into this. Hey, you know what I'm saying? How long has it been, Delta fan? Actually, I know you say you used to play it. Like, how long has it been? Has it been like a couple months, a couple years, 6 years, longer? Because a lot has actually changed. Have you played since V2 came out? Is it V2 or V3? I think we're on V3. We've got multiple maps now. The A-Line is massive now over in Florida / Georgia area. You can drive from Orlando all the way up to Savannah, Georgia now. Thank you so much for the subscription there. Welcome to the Blue Team. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. A couple of honks for you for the new sub. Appreciate you. There is nothing to do in the desert. I was going to college at the time, and someone offered me free rent in exchange for occasional dog sitting. Oh yeah, I'll take free rent. Say less, bro. Say less. Kojaros says, when I was traveling on Route 66 with my family, then I stopped in Barstow to see old engines. The railway museum in the city was open only 2 days in a week. Unfortunately, this day was closed. Man, only 2 days a week. That sucks. That really is. Why is that? Why is it only open 2 days a week? It makes no sense to me. Alright, let's get back on that dyno. Get back on that dyno. Getting a little faster than I want to be. The speed limit did go up to 35, but I don't want to get too close to that. We might have to add some brakes in though. Over a year for sure, I will probably have to retest the depot. Gotcha. Well, I mean, were you already a part of the depot? You should still be a part of it. I don't know what their restriction is as far as like how often you're supposed to play. I think it's 6 months maybe that you have to put I think it's 6 months that you have to put in the log a job before you get, like, I guess, demoted. All right, we're gonna have to add some brake. Just a little bit of brake, just a little bit of brake, not too much. Just a little bit. We're getting fast again. That's what's tricky, man. These long, drawn-out hills is what will get you. Yeah, we're a little fast. We should. I'm hoping it'll as the brakes apply throughout the train, it'll come back to us. Hoping it'll come back to us. It is. It's coming back. It's coming back. But again, our goal right now, as we're kind of coming out of the Cajon Pass, is I want to find a place to park and tire it down for the night, somewhere between Verdmont and Baseline. Ooh, that might be an issue actually. I want to stay on Main 2 for that. And they're putting me on Main 3. We're actually coming up on that actually already. Hold on. We might have to ask dispatch for something else here. Oop, I hear a crossing. We're passing. Might have to ask dispatch to send us somewhere else and keep us on Main 1. I'm trying to find where we are here. Alright, so if they want to send me over on Verdmont, that's literally exactly where I don't want to go. So what I would ask is give me give me this block right here. What's the button, chat, for... Oh, I think it's that right there. For requesting a block. I think it's left click. Oh, I need it now. 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 Give me this block right here. Here we go. Give me that block, please. I think we already passed the signal. Request. No, I don't want a signal. Let's see if that's what I want. Because if not, they're gonna switch me over. I don't want to switch over. I think they're gonna switch me over. Have some patience, for peek's sake. I think we already passed the signal that we didn't want to pass. Yeah, because we can't park there. We gotta wait. We could also back in. I don't want to do that.
DNSS detector, milepost 73.5, main 1, ambient temperature 62 degrees.
Yeah, she's not giving it to me. I want to go here, not here. Request, yeah, I just requested the block. Let me see if I can... It's letting me request a signal, but it's not letting me request a block. Maybe I need to cancel my routing first, and then request a block. Let me try. Oh, request next sighting. How about that? Try that. Does it know about the dark sightings? I want a dark sighting, not a... There's no available sighting for you right now. Okay. That's not good news. When I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. Who are you talking to? So this one we're coming up on right now is... Let me see where we are. We're coming up on the Cargill industry. I don't know what they have here, but this is a customer spot, so this is not where we're trying to go. We couldn't park there if we wanted to. It's not long enough. Trying to find parking on the busy Cajon Pass. while trying not to speed as well. This might be like some kind of grain spot. Alright, so that's the signal up ahead. I'm gonna see if I can just cancel my routing because she's not paying attention to me. She ain't paying attention. So cancel my routing and put me where I want to be. Yo, dispatch. BNSF 8723 requesting the dark sighting at Ono. Alright. Your routing will be canceled. Call when you're ready to go again. Okay, so what it should do is give me a red. Yep, as it did. Perfect. And now I want this. This is what I want. I want this spot right there. So to send me there. I'm now gonna do a new request to dispatch. We have the red right there. Request. Yeah, requesting specific destinations. Yeah, so I have to re-request it. And hopefully she'll clear it. Yeah, there it is, she cleared us. And it looks like we are going straight now. Yep, that's what we wanted. We still don't know if the sighting is clear, but we sure will find out here in a little bit. Grade is still -2. That's the Cargill cement plant. Oh, it's a cement plant also? Wow, a lot of cement plants out there. A lot of cement plants. Alright, so we're hoping... anybody in chat who's familiar with the depot operations, can you tell me whether or not I'm allowed to park at the Ono dark sighting? I remember there's some sightings out there that you're not allowed to park at, and you just have to know that you can't park there. And I can't remember even where to look that up. That's if it's open. Right. Again, it could be filled. I'm kind of expecting it to be filled. If it's filled, again, our next opportunity for parking. Our next opportunity is going to be... It's like we have to go all the way past West Colton, most likely. Bruh. If we don't make Ono, we got a ways to find somewhere else to park. Oh my god. Thank you so much for that subscription, by the way. I missed your name. Jump in the chat, say what's up so I can say hello to you. Alright, what's this we're coming up on now? Is this Cargill? Yeah, if we can't park at Ono, guys, like, we're gonna have to. We might as well go to LA. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm looking at the map right now, trying to find some options for us to park. Because what's interesting is that it says suggested location for recrew prior to La Morita is track 2 between CP Fullerton and CP Barstow. Where is that? CP Fullerton and Barstow. Okay, I found Fullerton and Barstow. Which might be, if we can't park it, oh no, we're gonna have to go to the typical recrew location for this job. So this one's wide open, right? But this one's not big enough for us. We're too long for this siding. Unless we split our train. Unless we put like half of it here and half of it there, we wouldn't be able to fit here. And again, this siding is not on the dispatch board. We'd have to hit the manual switch to get in there. Same thing goes for the one we're trying to get into. So I'm gonna keep it slow because we're completely visual right now until we get to the siding to see if it's open. We don't have any intel on it, but yeah, so if we can't go there, like I said, we're gonna continue all the way. I'm not sure how many more miles that is. I'm trying to find out here, but all the way to, it says between Fullerton and, now there's La Morita right there. Fullerton and Barstow. Alright, so I see a siding. Yeah. Oh, it's open! Guys, we're in luck. We don't have to drive all the way. We're in luck. Alright, let's go set the switch. This is it right here. Gonna make sure the whole thing is clear, nothing's at the end of it. Yep. Oh ho ho, let's go. Alright, it should be 7,700 feet long. So we'll go into walk around mode. And we're gonna hit this manual switch right here. There we go. She's lined up. Back into the train. We'll get it nice and slow. We'll have to hit that about 15. We'll park her there for the night. And then if no one else picks up this job, and that's what I'll do. If nobody picks this job up by tomorrow night, we'll continue this drive tomorrow. It'll be an interesting one too, because there's lots of stuff to do. We have a pickup at La Morita, which is not far from here. It's probably another, I would guess, 20 minutes or something. I'm just guessing, I don't know. So at a pickup there, where we have to pick up whatever is at the yard, but not exceed 12,000 feet long, right? We're already at 6,500. So we could basically almost double our train length if there's enough stuff there. And then from there, we should, honestly, be able to run the rest of the way to LA in one trip. Shouldn't be too hard to get to LA from there. We're already in the greater LA area. So we'll head to LAJ Yard. And that'll be the plan. I'm here for a ride. Currently flying from Honolulu to Dallas. What are you flying? 777? 200? That's my guess. United? No, actually, that would be American. American 777? Is that what you're flying? Alright, we're going a little too slow here. Alright, so that's our siding right up ahead. Already hit the manual switch. We're going in. No traffic around us, so we're good. I was right. See, I know my planes. American Airlines 777-200. I was like, yeah, that's a 777-200 route right there. You know what I'm excited about? I'm not sure if anybody in chat can relate with me on this. But I'm excited for NASCAR. I'm not sure if there's any NASCAR fans in the chat, but NASCAR starts back up. Daytona 500 is this Sunday. And I'm excited. I'm a big NASCAR fan. The biggest NASCAR fan I know. I'm not the biggest fan like ever, but of the people that I know in real life, I'm the biggest NASCAR fan. And so I'm definitely looking forward. Wait, do we have a red at this signal? Oh, it's because of the siding. It went red. I don't have to talk to you about that, do I? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I need to request a signal because I mean she gave me Yeah, she gave me the block. You were a fan of NASCAR? Not a NASCAR fan, but you are a fan of F1. I'm a big fan of F1 as well. Racing in general. Unfortunately, F1 is a bit farther out than NASCAR. I don't think the F1 season starts until like March, right, or something. I don't know. When does the F1 season start? When's the first race? So Bahrain testing is Whoa, really? Is that this week? No way. Bahrain testing's tomorrow? It says 11th through the 13th. And then again the 18th through the 20th. I don't really know how it's both days, but that's actually exciting. I'm excited for Bahrain testing. That's cool. But the first official race of the F1 season is not until March. Yeah, so that's a long way from now, feels like. I am looking forward to the new Netflix season of Drive to Survive. I've been watching every season of that every year. Is it me, or are the ground crew actions a bit buggy, like releasing brakes or uncoupling a boxcar? Yeah, it's a bit clunky. I agree with that. I usually use the UI buttons to do that stuff, but yeah, it's pretty clunky, man. Wish it was more smoother experience in Run 8 for that stuff, but yeah. Yeah, Delta, I know. I just literally in my head just thought about that, how I should have hit the counter as I rolled in. It's too late now. We're already halfway into the thing. We're already halfway into it. What's up, random video editor? Welcome back, man. What you doing up so late? What you doing up so late, man? Welcome back, though. Good to see you, bro. Man, what a drive, chat. I'm just reflecting back on everything that happened. I mean, I had fun, but we had a couple major curveballs thrown at us there. The PC crashing and breaking the coupler on the uphill getting to the Cajon pass, and then the dynamic brake not working while trying to climb down the Cajon pass. Would never have guessed that at all. Would never have guessed that. That was a big surprise to me. I knew that today's drive was going to be a challenge in many ways, and I was up for the challenge. I would have never guessed that. How many miles did we cover today? Great question. Great question. I'll tell you here in just a second. You took a 4 to 6 hour nap. Dang, a 4 to 6 hour nap? That's not a nap. You went to sleep, bro. That's a good night's sleep, bro. 4 to 6 hours? At least for me, yeah, it is. Like, give me 4 to 6 hours. I'm up for the next 24, 48. I'm good for 48 if you give me 6. Shoot. Dang. Alright, we're going a little too fast. A little too fast. Let's double that down to 6. Start getting slowed down. We definitely want to get stopped. Oh yeah, we need to stop like now. I'm gonna add in another 10. What I don't want is to slide back onto the main line. That is what I don't want. Alright, we're slowing down. Unfortunately, since we did not set a end of train timer, we don't really know when the train is fully in the siding, but I will know if we are at the end of the siding that our whole train is in the siding. We'll see if we can get stopped with this amount, and I'll apply more if I need to, but I think we're good. The main thing I'm concerned about is if the back got in all the way. Which it looks like it did. Alright, we're in, we can stop here. Which we are. Sweet! And there it is. There it is. Alright, so we are gonna bunch up the train. It might do it on its own since we're on this hill and everything. Can I do that? How do I want the brake on in the front. Let's see. So I want the brake on. Wait, hold on, let's turn it off. Right, so let's first kill the dynamic brake. We're on the regular brakes now, so we don't need that anymore. Alright, set up. Alright, dynamic brakes are off. And actually, before we do all that, let's go to the back of the train. And let's go line a switch back for the main line. Yeah, good ride. Good ride. Definitely, you know, some curveballs, but you know, it was cool. I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish today, which was get past the Cajon Pass. And now I want to see if I can get the train bunched up here. I want the brake on at the front, but not the back. I don't know if the DP works the same way with the brakes as it does with the power. We're about to find out. We'll do that. Put it in. Actually, yeah. Let's put the independent brake on. So it's applying in the front like I wanted to. We already have these brakes on in the front. That's the things, I know the key binding for manipulating the throttle, but not the brake in the back. That's the issue I'm having right now. I don't know the key binding for manipulating the throttle, the brakes in the back. So what I want to do, I want to release the brake in the back, but not the front. Ah, we're fine. We'll leave the train as it is. I'm not gonna overcomplicate it. I'm not gonna overcomplicate it. We'll just break the whole thing. Like new brakes everywhere. Lock it down. Tie it down. Reversers in. Neutral. Brakes are applied. Independent brake is holding us down. I'm also going to say the handbrake as well in the front. Okay, this is the back. Hold on, this is the back of the train. This is the front of the train. So, one, we'll do all four. And a couple of the freight cars as well. We'll set handbrakes on. Do like 5. Just for some safety. And that's good. Wait for our crew car to get here. Yeah, man. Like I said, we'll see. I mean, anybody could hop on a server and run this train between now and tomorrow, and it's that's fine. They can do that. That's how it works. If they see a train they want to drive, they can drive it. So I'm not gonna be upset if they drive it. I don't own this train. This is not my train. You know what I mean? So if somebody else picks it up, then they pick it up. But if not, if this train is not, taken to LA before the next 24 hours, we'll be back tomorrow to finish this job. And again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending the time and helping this drive go much faster and easier. Hopefully you'll come back for the next one. Thank you guys for supporting the channel as you always do. Jump in the chat real quick and just let me know where you're watching from, so I'll give you guys a shout out before we leave for the night. It is Monday, and I still have regular work to do after I get off the stream. Oh boy, that's why I was like, I don't want to go all the way to LA tonight, because I don't want to get like too drained or nothing. I still got regular work I got to work on tonight after the stream is over. You know what I mean? But I'm glad I was able to make the time to come out here with you guys. But Algorithm, thank you so much. Delta Fan, I appreciate you. Garden Cammy, Random Video Editor, appreciate you, bro. Silent Assassin from Atlanta, Georgia in the house. Luke from Vancouver, Canada. Oh yeah, we got New Zealand in the house. Greg Bishop, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us today, man. Delta is from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. That's a new town for me. Algorithm is also from Vancouver. Garden Cammy is from Sacramento, California. And Random Video Editor is from Minnesota, the home of Flight Sim Expo 2026. Looking forward to seeing you there, hopefully, man. And then Haskell from Albuquerque in the house. Well, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, I got work to do tonight. Hopefully, I will see you guys again tomorrow as we try to finish, hopefully, this job into LA. It's been fun. It's been amazing. Deep Molly from the Bay Area. See you, bro. Until next time, remember, you have 3 choices. Give up, give in, and give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I'll see you guys in the next time, next video. I'm out of here. See ya. Sheesh. Oh yeah. I almost forgot. Somebody asked the question, how many miles we covered today? Give me a second. Let me look it up. Let me look it up real quick. I don't want to leave you hanging. I just remembered I didn't answer your question. That's not it. Where are we? I want to say it's a decent amount here. I want to say it's probably like what, 3? It was 2.5 hours of driving. Not that fast, of course. So we are. Why am I not on the map anymore? Here we go. Why are you not telling me distance? Bro, I don't know. Like, it's tell me how long would I don't know. Cancel your request and request that block. Yeah, I got it. Thank you, Narpet. Alright, I have a backup plan how to figure it out. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. What's this say? It still doesn't say. It should not be that hard. Maybe I should just ask ChatGPT. I think I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Oh my god. Because I don't know. ChatGPT for the win. Let's go with 50 miles, guys. 50 miles. We drove 50 miles today. Alright, welcome back, Wholesome, Connecticut, or CT. We're getting out of here. Somebody asked a question earlier how many miles we covered in the stream, and I didn't want to leave them hanging, so I was trying to look it up. I was having trouble finding it, so I just found it. We're just about to get out of here for the day again. Come back tomorrow, and we'll hopefully finish this drive we did today, but we covered about 50 miles today roughly. But guys, again, we're out of here. This was fun. Wholesome CT. Have a good night, man, and I'll see the rest of you guys later. Peace, love, and God bless you. See you guys next time. Next video. I'm out of here. See you.